can't sabotage greatness. Back to the subject at hand. You already know the plan. Taking it back to the days of the mixtape slaughter. They mad at I cause I fly across borders and ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. And ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter.
Taking it back to the days of the mixtape slaughter. They mad at I cause I fly across borders and ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. And ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. When I put that tool in, you know what it'll do to you. Lift you off your feet, Lex Luger, Yokozuna. I do this shit spectacular. Real nigga, no actor, bro. You fake it in the wrestler. I'm kicking up so extra, bro. I'm waking up the extra dough. One bitch ain't enough, so I'm think I need an extra hoe. One split ain't enough, so I think I need like 50 more. Shut the fuck up, sucker. What the fuck is you bitchin' for? Shit your rap suck, fucker. You should slit your dough. Head on the kitchen floor. When the dish drain, right where the dishes go. MBG, we get the dough. The reason your bitch get me broke. Semi-automatic all up in my coat. Yeah, I smoke that very loud chronic. Have my head in the clouds like the Jolly Green Giant. Pothead, I can't deny it. I'm rolling and then I fry it. If it don't stink, nigga, I don't buy it. Taking it back to the days of the mixtape slaughter. They mad at I cause I fly across borders and ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. And ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter.
Taking it back to the days of the mixtape slaughter. They mad at I cause I fly across borders and ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. And ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. Slick, majestic, fantastic, Grand Rapids. Flows done match the source, go gadget. Floating through the traffic, posted throughout the atlas. Meditate with millionaires, still speak to the savages. Stay up the par because when driven far, my thought process progress like IndyCar. You should show some respect when a general speaks. Respected, connected, and very elite. When MBG move in the cipher complete, I make them come for your head, stay on point with those peep. Counting cash became my favorite pastime. Learn to turn a slow nickel to a fast dime. Money back guaranteed till it's flatlined. And we on the grind and we shine all the time. Money on my mind, and you know the time. If you wanna get a ticket, single file, stand in line. Taking it back to the days of the mixtape slaughter. They mad at I cause I fly across borders and ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. And ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter.
Taking it back to the days of the mixtape slaughter. They mad at I cause I fly across borders and ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. We are back. Again and again and again.
We're back after all that transpired last night. We're still here. We're still here.
Man. We still got a show to give y'all, man. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Knicks and Says podcast, man.
you saw your boy Stephen A. Smith yesterday. He ain't want to be there.
He did not want to be there, but he understands he has a job to do. As do we. As do we. So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Knicks and Six podcast. I'm your humble and gracious host, Sire Van Dam, Van Deezy, Guru if I'm your mans.
Yep.
You know, and I'm joined here once again by the great, the incomparable, maybe slightly humble, I don't know, Mr. Sean Harris.
I might be a bit unhinged. If I'm being objective, truly objective, me standing on the side where I stand so often with this team is probably ridiculous, and I'm not sure if that's truly humble. But I think I'm right.
I think you're right, which is what matters, really.
But is that lacking humility? Because I can just be wrong. Yo, we're gonna have to work this out. Yeah, we're gonna work this out.
Like I said, everybody, you can follow us everywhere at Knicks and #6IX Pod. You can follow the network everywhere at Smooth Family ENT. You can follow me everywhere at Frostmon Guru. And you did tell them that they will be able to find you soon. I'm not sure when, but that day seems to be coming soon.
Yo, I don't even be trying to lie to people either. So I'm like, I totally meant that too, but I kind of meant that when I said that last year also. I don't know.
We'll get there, right?
I was kind of pillow talking and laughing about the fact that they can find him. They can find you everywhere.
They sure
they can find you anywhere. You have to be outside to see me. If I'm not out there, that's it, dog. Like, bye.
Yes, indeed. All right, let's not waste no time.
We'll figure something out.
Let's not waste no time, man. We took a week off last week. Y'all wasn't ready. Y'all wasn't watching no NBA content. Y'all saw that terrible All-Star weekend.
It was All-Star weekend, dog.
Y'all saw that terrible, very cringy All-Star weekend.
You know what? We were wrong. We thought that nobody's going to digest content because they're going to be watching All-Star Weekend. And if we knew that we should have gave them content instead because they need an alternative.
How terrible was it? It was terrible.
Sorry,
it was terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Terrible. But that's neither here nor there. We back in business. So we're going to recap the final 5 games, the 3 games before the All-Star break and the 2 games after the All-Star break. Knicks went 3-2 over this stretch. I'm not thrilled about 3-2. That feels like a very.
I am thrilled about 3-2.
I would say, like in hindsight, the way these games went, 3-2 is a win. Let's be clear.
Oh God, yo,
3-2 is definitely a win. But,
so easily 1-4.
No. Extremely easily 1-4.
So easily 1-4.
Extremely easily 1-4.
You know, we had 2 overtime games this. Are you
against playing teams respectfully? Against playing teams respectfully, we went to 2 overtime games. That's neither here nor there. We're gonna start with the first one. The first one, man. Listen, we gave y'all a preview. We told y'all about Boston. I feel like we both were very, very, very realistic in the fact that OG Anunoby, not really an excuse, but
probably pragmatic. Yes, it is an excuse.
Probably pragmatic. It is not a right. It's not. It wasn't. We didn't play our best basketball. All right, I'm gonna just put it like I'm gonna start it with.
Called it.
We did not play our best basketball, and it showed. Knicks lose 131-104. Jason Tatum with 46 and 4. Didn't love that. Didn't love Peyton Pritchard with 25, 4 and 4. Apparently, 6 more runaway favorite. Obviously, well, to call out Captain Brunson, 36 and 5, no rebounds. This was clearly. And I texted you when this happened, the worst Karl Anthony Towns game as a Knickerbocker that we've had this season. 9-9 is just very icky. Very, very icky. Didn't love that at all.
Not even 9 shots.
Not even 9
shots.
And it was like we literally repeated the exact same formula we did in game 1. So that was fun. Josh Hart was 17 and 8, but
listen, you're not doing this right. Listen, guys, y'all remember watching this game?
I do.
We had to recap this game a little first. You remember watching this game? All right, you gotta give it to them right.
I was trying to give them the baseline before we talk about
them,
what really happened.
That ain't what this game was.
So tell us what really happened.
That wasn't. You guys, let's recap this game properly. Yeah, all right, so boom. This was the Knicks versus Celtics. We knew we were going to lose. We were confident. We were going to lose. We know we're a thin team. We know our bench doesn't have the depth it had before. Last year, we lost almost all our starters, and we still were the second in the East. And we fought all season. The whole second half to maintain that and to still climb. Took us the last one in the game against the Sixers to do that. No, not the Sixers, but to play the Sixers while everyone else was ducking smoke. We know the story of all of this. We don't have that level of depth in our bench at all. We know why. We traded Dante away. We don't got Hartenstein. Boom. There goes your bench. There goes the special sparks that we had off our bench, and we've been trying. So you know that if we don't have OG Anunoby, we're getting smoked. Why do we know this? Because Mikal Bridges is guarding Tatum again. Hey, bro, I need you back on the screen here. It is Mikal Bridges. This game was so not about this game that it was sickening.
It was disgusting.
I watched this whole game thinking about the first game. This whole game was about Mikal Bridges getting smoked game 1 of the.
I ain't like it.
The 6, deja vu.
No, you're cooking right now. I'm gonna tell you why you're cooking because you just unlocked something for me. Did we engage in like a subconscious him off here, where we was like, my man's really got smoked by this nigga. He gotta get his get back. And to be clear, he did not. Get back.
At any point in time.
Also,
that game was horrible.
Also,
dog.
to be fair, once again, somehow, some way, we set Mikal Bridges up for failure. I don't understand.
Yo,
I promise you, I said immediately. I said, yo, why is Mikal Bridges guarding Jason Tatum? It's a bad matchup. Yeah. It's a bad matchup because Tatum is stronger than Mikal. And he's also longer. Just as long, if not longer than Mikal.
He's longer than Mikal. For a player like Mikal Bridges to rely on the extra length pause to be effective defensively.
But that's what his defense, he's a great defender because he's lanky. What he lacks in girth, pause. He makes up in length, pause. Yeah. But also, it's like, bro, you look
at the
type
about
of
the D. Pause.
Yeah, but you look at a player like Jason Tatum, right? You look at a player like Jason Tatum. It is clear to me, that the best way to guard Jason Tatum is with someone with strength. OG Anunoby is perfect for that. I'm fine with that being the long-term solution. So I have a hard time putting stock into this blowout specifically. Because obviously, like you said, pragmatically, our best option to guard their best option was not present.
Exactly.
So we had to put our second best option, and he promptly gave him 40.
Which is not an option.
And he promptly gave him 40. He promptly gave him 40.
Yo, he put on a clinic. It hurt.
It was
so
bad.
Bad to watch.
It was bad, bro.
It was
bad to watch. It was tough to watch. You sitting here watching Mikal Bridges playing, and to be fair to Mikal, because I don't care. As y'all know, I'm Mikal Hobb. I'll put the cape on. But to be fair to him, bro, he's playing the right defense. Jason Tatum is a better shooter than he is a driver of the basketball. You have to go over the screen to guard him, or he's going to pull from 40.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
If you don't go over, he's going to pull. So you go over the screen, right?
If you're on his face, you're not blocking the shot.
That's not
stopping him.
He's 6'10" with a high release point.
He uses your hand to see where the rim is going to be.
He's 6'10" with a high release point. 6'10" with a high release point. Like,
that's
to be fair to Mikal, Mikal is 6'7" with a high release point. Those 3 inches.
Game recognized game. And those inches matter. Pause.
Once again. But, bro, if you're going over the screen, this nigga's going to pull. If you're playing drop coverage, the nigga's gonna pull. And if you don't have, and lost in this game too, also a egregious pressures Achua game. Egregious pressures Achua game. Because you know how I know this? Because every time Mikal went over the screen, pressures Achua, it was either two options for Jason Tatum. And this is why Jason Tatum just was absolutely cooking. He was either Precious Achua there to not play drop coverage and step up, and he'll just blow by Precious Achua. Or it's Karl Anthony Towns there playing drop coverage, and he's pulling over the screen. I watched it 7 times in a row. When that third quarter when he went on the run by himself, it was like 7 straight times. It's like, yo, he's frying Mikal up. But is he frying Mikal up, or is Mikal going over the obvious screen that's coming? And the funny shit is, the third best option in that is going under the screen, Mikal, and he's going to pull anyway. We're looking at Jaylen Brown didn't do nothing this game. Nothing.
Nothing.
He did
nothing. You
got killed by Tatum and Peyton Pritchard. Legit. And all Peyton Pritchard did was shoot 43. It was nasty. It was nasty. And they was without Drew, and they was out without Porzingis. It was just a nasty loss. It was a nasty loss.
Yeah. This one, the Celtics, they didn't have Drew. When you put what they were missing as much as we're missing what we're missing,
Drew and
when you put
Porzingis.
what they were missing, it was just like, ow, dog. It feels like even if we came back fully healthy and they were fully healthy, they still got the edge, like right there. The Celtics is a situation that we need to see ourselves beating them. The problem is we play them too soon for us to get enough games in with Mitchell Robinson, even if he came back tomorrow, to feel confident playing against them to get it. Dog, it's about to be a wrap. We're about to play them the third time for 4 times this season. We're about to play the third time.
Yeah, then
tomorrow.
we played them next week. I think we play them next week too.
And then boom, there's going to be no period of time where Voltron would have had enough time to work out the kinks together to go and give it a real honest effort. So we're going to have to go into the playoffs,
bro. They got a lot of chemistry.
Come on.
They got a lot of chemistry.
Respect to it. Makes perfect sense to me. I caught myself daydreaming about what the Knicks practice look like right now with OG Anunoby and Mitchell Robinson playing 5-on-5 in practice.
They won't show it to us. I caught myself
daydreaming about that shit the other day. You understand what I'm saying? When do we get to that point? When do we get to that point where Josh Hart could be on the bench or Bridges could be on the bench? He don't got it right now. Or OG is getting looked off, and we just like, all right, let's just sit you down if you're not going to be part of it right now, and let's whatever the case may be.
It's options.
Just for or Cat is being slow, and he's not being aggressive offensively, and we need to yell at him on the sideline real quick. Yeah, and we can put OG at the 4. And when do we get to that point that we're like, yo, this is the team that we're confident in? All this other shit to show you that our parts are Gucci. But this is the team that we're backing. This is what it's about. When do we get to that point? Anything outside of that shit don't even really matter to me.
Bro.
Especially with being third, still, nothing else really matters.
There's a lot to be saying that we beat the shit out of everybody else. But these 3 motherfuckers we can't beat.
With respect. That's peace.
That's real. That's real. I'm not really worried. That's what I'm saying. I'm not really like
that 0-6 shit is ugly and it hurts. And I get it. It's about to be 0-7. Well, I don't think we're beating them tomorrow either. Like, spoiler alert. But I don't think we're beating them tomorrow either. Josh Hart needs to be back. Josh Hart needs to be back for us to have a chance. And even then, I feel like we got to have Mitch just so that we have depth.
Yeah.
Not starting don't even matter.
Our depth is in the shithole. Our depth is in the shithole. We'll talk about that a little later, but our depth is in the shithole. We got to figure some shit out.
And Landry Shamet is just asking too much out of my is asking for too much loyalty.
Way too much.
That's the
we don't even pay them enough to give them for that level of loyalty.
Come on, man. You don't pay them for my loyalty. What you pay them, they got to get my loyalty out the mud.
Yeah, for real. You got to show me something. You got to show me something
like
for more than 6 months. It's tough, bro. It's tough.
Precious Achua. We're going to get back to Precious Achua as we go on.
All right, so moving on. Second game we got here.
Mm-hmm.
The only game that I would say we guaranteed ass whooping. Knicks cooked the Pacers, man, 128-115. I enjoyed this game thoroughly. I love a bad and once again, I will never not say this. Disclaimer: this is a Tyrese Halliburton slander cast. We will never miss the opportunity.
You see Tim Hardaway Jr. slander?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's for familial reasons. That's for familial. You know who his uncle is, right? You know who Tyrese Halliburton's uncle is, right? You know. Oh, you don't know who his uncle is.
No, not off the rip. No,
Eddie Jones.
I loved Eddie Jones.
You know what Eddie Jones did to Tim Hardaway?
Is that what this is? Yo.
You know what Eddie Jones did to Tim
Hardaway? Really?
Hey, dogs.
Yeah,
hey,
they
dogs.
got into it.
Yeah.
Hey,
they dogs.
got into it.
Hey, dogs. I ain't gonna say too much, but If I was Tim Hardaway,
honestly, I was making up a whole scenario in my head where Tim Hardaway Jr. just wasn't fucking with him because he ain't like front running shit. We had a real rivalry and real shit, real recognized real, and all of that. I ain't know it had nothing to do with Eddie Jones. But Eddie Jones, all right.
Oh, you don't know what Eddie Jones did, man. Yo, just look up.
I'm looking it up. Hey, I'm looking it up right now. I'm looking it up right now. You're going to see my reaction when I get to the end of this. Now keep going, bro.
So like I said, this is a Tyrese Halliburton. This is a Tyrese Halliburton podcast, slander cast. I love watching Tyrese Halliburton be terrible at basketball when he plays the New York Knicks. It's literally my favorite pastime.
Right.
If I could watch Tyrese Halliburton play terrible against New York Knicks on multiple occasions, I would. And I do, honestly. Because contrary to popular belief, Tyrese Halliburton does not beat the New York Knicks more often than he does. It's the same thing with Rayford. It's the same thing with Rayford. You know, like it's like it looks bad on national television.
Listen.
The actual factual is that he really don't be getting busy. But yeah. So Knicks beat Pacers. Shout out to Karl Anthony Towns for this is the game that Karl Anthony Towns decided to come back and play actual basketball. We had missed Bodega for I would say about 2 to 3 weeks. There's just been very anti-Bodega basketball being played by Karl Anthony Towns, but not in this game. Not in this game. Shout out to Cat. This is one of his 40. I think he had 44. 44.
I'm sorry. I just got caught up with Eddie Jones. Yeah, and Tim Hardaway Jr. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're aware now.
And apparently cousins, not even nephew, uncle, cousins. All right, cool. Yeah, you know, Cat got 40 in this one.
He sure did. He sure did.
Yeah. Okay. I'm here now.
So yes, Karl Anthony Towns decided to be a good basketball player. 40-12-5. Thank you, Bodega.
I don't know what's so hard for you. He took 23 shots this game. I don't know what's so hard for him to do that all the time. Does he not know? Does he not believe that's his role here? Is he second guessing this shit? Is Brunson second guessing it? Like, I'm not. Brunson got to know the best this team looks is when he's Dimson. And it's great that his sword is sharp and ready for when we need him for a him-off. But he gotta know that this team looks the best.
When he's Dimson. I agree.
When he's Dimson.
I agree.
Come on.
I agree. And I think, I'm not going to lie, I think it's a personal struggle. I think it's not something we've been talking about often. But
I agree.
I think it's a personal struggle because I think he is more than capable of being Dimson. I think he enjoys being Dimson. But I also think it's more so like you have to look at the game situationally, and I think he does a good job of that. But I do think when things start looking a little too dicey, like I think yesterday's like the perfect example, and we'll get into that. Like he's like, all right, now I need to be Himson. And then sometimes when he's over Himson, like over Himson, I don't love over Himson. When over Himson is there, it's like, bro, I need you to. You gotta scale back. Because you tunnel vision.
I don't have that feeling. Unlike yesterday, which I wish we could get into right now. Unlike yesterday, I agree with him being attempting to be Himson early.
No, I agree with that too.
We need early buckets.
I agree with that.
And I know we're talking about this game like we didn't get that. Like we didn't come out the gate kicking ass.
No, we put belt to ass.
Generally.
Legitimately.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I want to give a special shout out to my man Josh Hart. First 30-point game of the season, 30-10-5. My man Josh Hart told the streets.
Crazy.
To be clear, that is now 5 starters over 30 points with at least a 30 burger. That is it. That is 5. I was calling for a Josh Hart 40 burger. I ain't even gonna lie to you, but we put belt to ass too early. It is after you put belt to ass too early. I was like, wait, are we gonna get the starting 5 40 burger?
McBride almost got a 30 burger.
Like, sure did. We almost got 6.
yeah. I'm sure it on. No, you're right. That's what I'm saying. A 3-2 stretch around All-Star breaks and be happy.
Nah,
be fine.
It's still February.
We beat the Pacers and nobody's acting like that matters, which I'm not saying it's the greatest thing in the world, but I'm also not saying like it don't matter. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. If we went to the Eastern Conference Finals this year, they will say it was a successful enough season for the Knicks.
Can I hit you with a random fact? So third is almost.
You just gave me the Eddie Jones one. What else you got?
Third is almost assuredly secured for us. Like the only if we decided to play 500 basketball the rest of the way, we would still be secured at third. We have the season series against the Pacers. We got the season series against the Bucks, and we got the tiebreaker over the match. I don't think we played Miami enough, but I think we've beaten them twice. So if we have beaten them twice, we only got to beat them one more time.
You're making sense.
So
you're making sense here.
So
except you're not listening to my mama, and my mama would tell you never can say the Knicks have anything in the bag,
and that's real, and that's real, and that's a real thing, and that's where my hesitance comes from. But I will say,
my mom would hit me right now if she heard me say some shit like that.
Third feels like the floor. I will say that. And third feels like the floor. I would say that we definitely have an opportunity. Like, I'm not saying second is out of the realm of possibility, but I'm saying like the people we've lost to, we've already lost the season series to them. You get what I'm saying? So like, if it came down to it, we're already on the road in the second round. And we're better on the road anyway, to be clear. So I'm not necessarily worried about that.
I get your point. I still stand on the fact that I could see us being fifth, and as long as we're healthy by the playoffs, I'm going in there with the same championship aspirations. But we're thin. Our whole problem this year right now is just depth. Is honestly just depth. We could use two centers of any sort of NBA experience quality and a big wing.
Yeah.
Like we need that, and we don't have that, and that's it. We get it. So one injury, Cat being out for 2-3 weeks, a month no Brunson. We can't survive Brunson minutes. Shit, margin for error is as slim as it gets.
That's what I'm saying. I agree. So that's why I agree with you in the sense like you just want to get into the playoffs healthy, right? Because like if we had margin for error, I would feel more comfortable like trying for a 2 seed or even trying for 1 seed. But we got no margin for error, bro. I need the important games to start tomorrow, if I'm being, or at least 2 weeks from now.
That's the thing, though. I agree. We need the important games to start now, but they are starting now. We just played Boston. We just played Atlanta. We just played.
We don't got our team. That's what I'm saying.
We just played the. That's the problem with it. That's the problem. We're getting that, but not at the right time for us. The basketball gods is really fucking with us right now.
Which is why we have to utilize the rest of the season just to get healthy. Legit. No, you're right. We
have to judge how we look for the playoffs based off of teams we've already beaten, which is what's nasty.
Yeah,
we're not getting that many more looks against the teams we haven't beaten.
Yeah.
And that's when we're going to start looking good. So now we're like, oh, yeah, we're good because we beat the Hornets for the rest of the season, the Magic for the rest of the season. I think we're done with them already. But the Heat for the rest of the season, or the Pacers and the Bucks. Sure, all of that sounds nice and all, but we've done that already. That's not showing us anything new. Even if we go back to an historic offense, 130-point games. It's like we've done that already.
Yeah,
we just need to see what we look matchup wise against the best, and we ran out of opportunities because of health and because it's tough.
Nah, it's a tough. That's what I'm saying. It's finicky. It's real finicky.
Be a fan.
Yeah, you gotta have to wait. It's
gotta be a fan.
It's tough. You gotta be a fan. You gotta just believe in you. You gotta just believe in the gang.
That's
real.
That's what it relies on right now.
You gotta just believe in the gang.
Yo, you got to. If you're not dumb. You know why. Hey, yo, I'm leaving it to my Knicks for clicks. Let's keep going. Next game.
Here we
next
go.
game. Next game.
Next game. All right. So the first of 2 overtime games. Knicks beat the Hawks 149 to 148 in overtime. So I'm gonna preface both these games by saying, and I told you this in pre-production, the Knicks won 2 games they should have lost, but not because like they were better than us. Obviously not. Like that is extremely obvious.
But, right. That's why I say we should have won.
Yeah, like that's what, and that makes sense. But more so in the sense that we actively, and when I say actively, y'all, and I'm gonna put both. I'm not even trying to talk about these 2 games in like depth. So I'll put we could put them both in like the same context. But we actively tried to throw both these games. Like we actively tried to give them both these games. Like there's no reason why Trae Young should have felt any type of like hubris or anything, because we was beating their ass. Like both these teams, by the way. I want to be clear, the Hawks and the Bulls, we was beating their ass legitimately, and it took and this could be a positive and a negative thing, by the way. Like we lose these games last year because like the talent discrepancy is the reason why we won the game. Like we were too overwhelming with talent at some point in time. It had to even out. It had to even out. Whether it's in OT, which it did in both these games, where it was like, all right, stop the fucking bullshit, right? Like I saw it in this Hawks game. I was like, stop the fucking bullshit. And while the one point we was up by 8 with 30 seconds left. And then in the Bulls game, we was up by 7 with 30 seconds left.
Yep.
Oh. Yep. Why do we do this? This is
because it's the best show on earth.
And that's real. Shout out to Carl Anthony Towns. Cat had 44 in this game. Bodega in for sure.
Dog. What is it about us that does this? Against a team we know we should win, they know we should win, everyone know we should win. We'll come in strong. We'll win the first half, and then second half adjustments. Why do we always feel like we lose the second half adjustment battle?
that third quarter be killing me.
That third quarter has historically, historically killed me. Because
at what point in time do we go in the locker room and we be like, all right, we're fucking up, or we're doing well, let's keep doing it, or we're fucking up, let's stop doing it. Because it's either one or the other, right? It's either you come out, we come out in the third quarter and we just be like, oh, fuck everything else we've done in the first half, like whatever for that shit. Let's do something else. Let's just do something else.
Oh, that's how I feel about the Cavs game, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah. But like, it's like at some point in time, bro, we gotta chill the fuck out. We gotta chill the fuck out. Am I bucking here? Like, dog. Even with the Bulls game, bro, we transition into that. Like the Bulls game post All-Star break, we're lethargic. I legitimately did not count the first quarter of the Bulls game. I legitimately did not count it. I said, bro, we ain't played basketball in 8 days. What the fuck am I supposed to take from this first half, bro?
I feel you.
Yeah,
That's
what
fair.
the fuck am I supposed to take from this first half, bro? Like everybody was missing. Only Jalen Brunson.
The announcers keep saying the whole way through. I'm like, yo, dog, I get it, but is that 19 points that first quarter? So it was just like, yo, what is going on here?
Only Jalen Brunson had his shot, and then Jalen Brunson decided that he didn't have his shot anymore in the second half. Carl Anthony Towns decided that he had his shot in the third quarter. Then Carl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson decided in the fourth quarter they didn't have nothing. So Mikal Bridges decided, oh fuck it, I guess I'm gonna have to score. Like it was finally, like it was crazy.
Bridges finally started doing something.
I legitimately texted you and I said, oh, so we're just taking turns today? Like,
oh God, yo.
What are we
doing?
doing?
Bridges thing is going to be something that we're gonna be dealing with forever. So like, yo, why can't this shit be easy? Why can't having him? You know, the last time we said Nova Knicks, didn't even matter anymore. Does it even matter anymore? Nova Knicks. We haven't said that phrase.
Hey, bro.
And we are past that. We are so far beyond that right now.
Yeah.
We don't give a shit about Nova Knicks right now.
Nova, when they're out there, I've seen some Nova Knicks runs that have looked spectacular. Like, but the problem is, bro, I'm telling you, the first problem is that we are obviously in the dog days of the NBA season where, you know, things get lethargic and shit like that. But mainly, and we'll talk about it like when we get into the next game, it's like, bro, at some point in time, we cannot have these slow starts. The slow starts are killing us.
Okay.
Killing.
But who's causing the slow starts? Let's be honest now. Mikal Bridges.
It's not Mikal.
It's
Mikal. I'm not gonna. I can't give it to you.
It's Mikal Bridges.
Can I tell you my theory? I'm
all with it, and then I'm gonna say Mikal Bridges.
All right.
I'm all for it.
All right. I'll give you my theory. My theory is this. First and foremost, one, the offense is meant for Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns to take the majority of the shots. Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Right? So when that offense is meant for that, you can look at the Bulls game. Your man Cat was just throwing shit up at a point in time. 2 for 15 in the first half is just extremely egregious. But that's Cat. Yeah. You gotta get your shots, bro. You like him not taking those shots. I'll live with 2 for 15 Cat versus like 2 for 6 Cat or like 2 for 8 Cat or even like 3. Because at some point in time, you got to be like, all right, Cat, what you bring to the game best is that the fact that ain't nobody over the height of 6'10" can guard you one-on-one. Right. So I need you to just take those shots. Jalen Brunson is the same way. When the offense is based on motion offense and either of those players are looking to get theirs, it has to be interchangeable. And I think at some point in time, they figured that out. Like, if Jalen is scoring and he's on a heater, we got to get the ball to Jalen. If Cat is scoring and he's on a heater, we got to get the ball to Cat. But everybody else has to flow within the offense. The problem with that is that both of them are dribbling the ball way too much. Way too much. It's not quick decisions. And we know it's not quick decisions because we're ending up with bad shots.
Us at our best look like quick decisions, like the ball is moving.
What did I tell you 3 weeks ago? Karl Anthony Towns is cognizant of the fact he said the best Knicks offense is somehow Mikal Bridges is getting a layup. Yeah. That is the best Knicks offense. It makes sense because he's the only person that's moving 100% of the time. So if you're not looking for him, and which is fine, by the way. I'm not gonna act like it's fine because the best shot to me is especially if we're not if the ball's not moving, then the ball has to go to Jalen. The ball has to go to Cat. The ball going to Mikal with the shot clock down is not good offense. That's just not good offense. That's not his game.
It's not.
That's not his game. So if we're gonna start off slow, the slow starts is literally.
But it needs to be also. But and I won't excuse him for. I'm not excusing him at all. He will be judged on clutch.
Yeah, he will be judged on the fourth quarter. He'll be judged on
clutch from here on out and forever, as he should be. As much his trade was a star package. He is expected to have star moments. And when you're the third option on the team, a winning team,
indeed. When
you're the third option on the winning team, and you are a 3-and-D guy for that team, even though honestly we know he's more than just a 3 guy. He's because he lives in the mid. He gets it done in the mid.
Is Mahoy.
All right. So we're not disregarding that. With all that being said, you need he did it in the Bulls game. Offensive slow. He came alive. Alive. He gave my parlay life. He came alive in the fourth quarter.
No, my only problem with the way, like the only problem with Mikal, and my main problem with Mikal, like I said, I'm Mikal Hive, but my problem is that his shots always look like bad shots when it's 8 seconds or less in the shot clock, because you're forcing him. Like, he's a react player. You can see it when he shoots. If he's open, sometimes he's not open for real, but it's in rhythm. That's the type of player you got to play off of. So you have to put the onus. I'm not giving him no excuse.
A lot of his layups are in rhythm. A lot of them don't be good looking either. It'd be a lot of tough shit he be making down there.
Yeah,
that is true.
So at the very least, right? And we said this earlier when he went through his slump early. He's taking good shots. If he's taking good shots, they're gonna fall. All right, if you're our best player and you're Jalen Brunson and you're Karl Anthony Towns, I'm gonna put the onus on Mikal, because I do believe Mikal is our third best player in a total package, offensively and defensively.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put the onus on him. Like, yo, dogs, y'all gotta give me the ball in the post. Like I see some.
Question.
Go ahead.
Question. OG's about like 36 right now, but he's averaging about 40 mil or so on his new contract.
Yes.
Does Bridges get paid more than OG?
No.
All right then.
It might. He might though, because availability is a big thing. But I don't think so.
Availability is where the difference lies. Hey, you got a point there, my friend.
Hey, man.
Hey, I'll shut up now. Nope, I'll shut up now.
Hey, man.
You've made a hell of a point.
They ain't missed a game yet.
And a Tibbs off. Yo, I called us losing the Celtics game because of OG's lack of availability.
Yes.
So, you to never have missed a game and to survive. If he survives a whole season of Tibbs ball, playoffs, and then says,
they giving him money.
I feel fine.
And the funny shit is that I think you're right in terms of the sense, like, fourth quarter Mikal, and I think playoff Mikal is like where his value is really going to show, right? Like, these regular season games, just because we haven't seen our Voltron. We have not. Like, we have not seen it. So everything, and because we have such a little margin for error, everything is magnified, right?
What does Voltron look like? Voltron is Brunson, Cat, Mitch,
yes,
and then who was ever the hot two out of the three guys that I didn't mention.
Yes.
That's Voltron. Yes. And maybe 4 guys. Maybe we haven't put Deuce in there also. Because if he's hot enough that he's touching the court in the fourth quarter where Voltron comes in. Like,
yeah, because it's obvious, is it not? Our defense we're a worse defensive team than last year. We're a better offensive team than last year. We sacrificed defense for offense. The constant is that Mitchell Robinson has been involved in most of this. you know, when he's healthy, we look like we stop on both ends, and we look like that with with some will call a limited offensive team where we were defense first last year. Remember that? Like, we were beating the shit out of you.
Hey, yo, dog, let's go to the next game, because this leads into what I gotta say about life.
All right.
Yeah.
So finally.
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
Yes. Yes.
Finally.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it as a family.
We got to talk about this as a family. We got to talk about this as a family, right? Because this was tough. This was a tough L.
Have you felt a worse L?
No. So this is the worst loss in Tom Thibodeau's Knicks career. 37.
Maybe.
37. The last time we lost by 37 points, David Fizdale was our coach, and we don't got to talk about that.
Okay.
But 37 is tough.
That's tough.
So
and worse to Jalen Brunson's son, that felt different.
Yeah, to Donovan Brunson, that's tough.
Yeah,
man. That's super tough.
Once again,
to preface this is a Donovan Mitchell slander cast. Any chance I get to slander Donovan Mitchell, I will. But I had nothing to say because they beat our ass. No, they beat our ass for real. Like,
they beat our ass. They beat our ass yesterday.
This was worse than the Celtics loss for several reasons. And you could preface the Celtics loss.
Absolutely. Everybody cooked us. That's why. Everybody cooked us.
It wasn't two people.
Tatum was untouchable. This shit, everybody, yo, drop cover. Yo, that's what it looks like. That's what I wanted us to look like last year with health. What they look like right now is what we look like last year with health. It was actually nice to see, but it hurt to see it in another jersey.
Yo, drop.
Oh.
Yo, watching drop coverage for 48 minutes is not for the weak.
Like, yo, where you have short shooters everywhere and
dog,
can get in the paint,
dog.
and you got a defender to help out in the paint, so where they don't got to do drop coverage. Yo, the difference night and day.
Cleveland got to be the worst team to play drop coverage. I
can't lie to you. That's what I'm saying.
They got to be the worst team to play drop coverage again, because not only are Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell above average three-point shooters, they are also above average niggas that go to the rack. That's first and foremost. Second and foremost, I told y'all, and I'm going to say this till I'm blue in his face. I told y'all 2 years ago on this podcast. I told y'all recently that Evan Mobley has to be the best player on this basketball team for the Cleveland Cavaliers to put any fear in my heart. And
damn,
boy,
and what it looks like,
yo, that brother looked good.
Yeah.
He looked good, real good. Yo, dog, I knew that Evan Mobley was better than a lot of people on the basketball court yesterday when Cat and Precious both tried to get a rebound. And the motherfucker took it and just grabbed it like this. It just boomed. Quick. It took him 1 second. He said, boom. I was like, oh, God. This is what I feared. And the funny shit is, they talked about it all broadcast, that somebody got into Donovan Mitchell's head, and I'm going to tell you who it is. Johnny Bryant, you are a sleeper agent. By the way, love you, but you are a sleeper agent. He got into Donovan Mitchell's head and told that brother, hey, dogs.
Everything he needed to hear.
Hey, dogs. It can't be you. It can't be you. I don't know how you got to figure this out. But it can't be you. It got to be the nigga that's 6'11". 6'11". Come on, man. Come on. It looked bad yesterday, bro. It looked bad. I will disclaim this by saying the last time that Mitchell Robinson played against the Cleveland Cavaliers, it was business as usual. So I would love to see like I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
This is why we transition to this game.
Yeah,
because we were talking about Mitch. This is a big team.
Son.
This is a big team here, okay? They're properly, but my argument for the Luka trade was for the chance of the Mavericks to look like a team built like the Cavs. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's to have all of this going on here. You want to know? All right, boom. Rebounds for the Cavs, 47. For us, 32.
32, boy. They was killing us.
If you are questioning why I stand on the importance of a Mitchell Robinson in a matchup against Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, that's it right there.
That's they pops for real though. Like Evan Robinson, Jared Robinson, that's they pops for real, bro. Like we know this. I'm not making this up.
Why
they talked about it on the broadcast, bro. I don't know if you was watching ESPN or MSG. I was watching MSG, but Kenny
ESPN.
Albert and Monica,
rough.
Kenny Albert and Monica McNutt was like, I'm still surprised that they still talk about it. Yo, 3 of the 5 starters we got, not even on the team no more. Bro.
Damn.
They're on the team no more. Only people that was there on that team was Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and Deuce McBride, and Mitchell Robinson. Those 4 people was on the team. And they still having nightmares about this, bro. They still having nightmares about this.
Because all we did was upgrade, well, seemingly so. Yo, tough game when you can't protect the paint.
Dog.
tough games when you're going against the Celtics and you're going against the Cavs and you can't protect the paint because you're just leaving too much. You're just leaving too much. Like for us to have a chance at winning, it don't even sound like a chance. But this is what it would take. It don't even sound like a chance because we're undersized at the 4, and unless you're gonna put Precious Achiuwa, which feels crazy. I know we've been getting away with that because Josh Hart isn't there, but it feels crazy using Precious Achiuwa, and it is crazy relying on Josh Hart. He shouldn't be a starting 4. We need OG. It's also complicated. OG's the starting 4. Yeah, sure, but no, also. We're a smaller team.
No, the best
right now. And I would say that's what's killing us.
No, I mean, it's interchangeable at this point, right? I think that you go by matchups, right? The fact that, like you said earlier, we are more so anticipating something we haven't seen yet, right? Like we've seen the starting 5 with Cat at the 5, OG at the 4, Mikal at the 3, Josh Hart at the 2, Brunson at the 1. Then it looks good. It looks good. We haven't seen anything that resembles unlocking a different version of Cat. Like this version of Cat was unlocked by us putting Cat at the 5.
Right.
We haven't seen what Cat looks like at the 4. And that could be a little bit of Tibbs. Like he could. And I mean, he's trying.
Tibbs has no option. Cat is rebounding his ass off because we have no other rebounders to do it. Precious Achiuwa was out for mad long with that hamstring injury.
He sure was. And then he just got healthy. And then he just got healthy for real.
And we trying to figure out what this Precious Achiuwa think of Precious Achiuwa right now, because Precious Achiuwa had a couple of good offensive games where we needed him to be an option. But we've also had moments, as you pointed out, where he thought he was one of them.
Son, I want to talk about Precious in this game specifically, right?
Please.
So Precious is becoming a little bit enigmatic to me. Like I love the effort that Precious has. I even love the confidence that he has to a certain extent, right? Because he subscribes to what I call the J.R. Smith theory, right? No, I'm lying. It's not the J.R. Smith.
Speaking of the negative, I hate every bit of campaign on the court as well. I just got to throw that out there.
I would say more so.
Hurt my heart.
I would say more so a campaign theory. To the point where it's like, if nobody's gonna shoot this, I'm absolutely gonna shoot this. Now, I don't like that as a decision. But I understand why he has to make that decision, right? I understand it. Precious has had really good games this month of February, and he has had some of the worst games I've ever seen during this month of February. It's so bad. I don't like the enigmatic of it. That tells me that relying on Precious is not a good decision. It's not a good decision long term. And as much as I love him, it's not a good decision long term. We've said this before. We was like, bro, we should have just gave him the 2 years so that we could at least have that option.
Yo, he's the perfect backup power forward. He's doing way too much right now. He's doing way too much, but he could be a part of a sparky unit.
He got to be compartmentalized. It's too much. It's too much going on with his brain.
I hate seeing him taking the ball on the dribble. I hate seeing him trying to make something happen on his own. I hate when it's okay. It's my turn, and it's 1-on-1 ball with Precious Achiuwa. No.
You don't want to see that.
No,
you ain't trying to see that at all.
When the offense gets stagnant as that whole game was yesterday, stagnant as hell, with Brunson on the court and with Brunson not on the court, both. That's what we get stuck with. Like, yo, I need help. I can't do it on my own, and then it's just somebody else trying to do it all on their own in one play.
All right, and I agree with that. Specifically to what you just said, right? Why did we lose this game? We lost this game because I won't lie to you, bro. I won't lie to you. And I texted it to you. I put it in my group chat and all that. I said, we did not have one good offensive possession for maybe 45 minutes straight. I'm talking straight. Like the first, I want to say the second play of the game was a good offensive possession, and I think the very next offensive possession that I thought was a good offensive possession was Jalen Brunson coming down in the end of the third quarter and finding Mikal Bridges in his midi spot, and Mikal taking a quick midi and hitting the two. I was like, oh yeah, that's good offense. Maybe you saw better offense than me, but I just saw.
I was watching that shit and I was like, yo, do y'all need to just run a basketball drill on the court right now? Like,
can we do the three-man weave? Because, man, watching Jalen Brunson dribble the ball for 22 seconds and take a bad shot. Watch Carl Anthony Towns dribble the ball for 22 seconds and take a bad shot.
Bro, I'm right here. Bro,
dog,
I know. I'm right here.
Killing me. It was killing me. Yo, every time. I'm like, and then or watching the ball movement work for 12 seconds, and then the ball gets to Preston Stewart, and he's driving to the paint and taking a bad shot. Son, it was crazy. It was so bad.
Precious Achua does not have the creative license or the freedom to be forced taking bad shots. Like, he be trying to make some shit like his arm is up here, and he's trying to like, yo, bro,
what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, man.
That's all I'm asking. What are you doing?
And he was, yeah, man. And once again, not a terrible game number-wise. If you look at Precious Achua, numbers kind of lie to you there. But he had 10 boards, which bless you for that, because you led the team in boards. And I don't know, 7 points, that's fine. 10 shots to get 7, that's horrible. But Campaign is so nasty to watch when he has a nasty game that we don't even talk about him.
No, and that's so real, because I only want Cam Jordan. I only want Cam Jordan. Honestly, I don't even acknowledge Campaign. Like Pain. I don't even acknowledge him as a basketball player for real. Honestly, he gets love when he does well. I don't even That's being a dead horse if he plays bad, right? Like, what do we say?
Yeah.
We know we can't rely on him.
That's where you belong. Yeah.
Us relying on
basketball purgatory until we need you again.
Yeah, you know.
We make sure. Campaign is some ugly.
To be fair
minutes.
to Campaign, right? And to be fair to Campaign knows this. Campaign knows we ain't talking about him unless we do well.
Yeah. Like, and well, except me, I just like come up here and say, like, I don't like him. I wish he wasn't on this team. And the spark that he is to provide is some scary shit. I do not like it. I wish he was there. I don't like Shamit either. It's like he don't understand what the hell he's supposed to be doing out here. Let's see, he was on the court for 20 minutes. 20 minutes yesterday. He took 2 shots.
I won't lie.
One of them was a 3.
Shamit sold his opportunity. He sold his opportunity. We brought you here. We brought you here to do one thing for real. We brought you here to do one thing for real. Not even.
He's not even doing it.
Like, the defense is something else. Like, Tom Thibodeau likes his defense. Whatever.
I don't care.
I don't give a shit about that. I brought you here to do one thing, and you're not doing it. You're just
I'll trade you for a Steve Novak in a heartbeat.
Please.
I'll
take a bad defender who can hit 3.
Over
Landry Shamet.
Those are the minutes Shamet is supposed to be occupying. He's supposed to be coming. We need quick threes, even at the expense of some defense here.
Landry Shamet, I need 6 points. I need 6 points in 6 good minutes. That's what I need for real. I need 6. I don't need you like going out there and pulling 9 threes. If you hit the first 2, by all means, my brother. By all means.
I need 2 for 5, 2 for 6 from 3 every time.
You're not hitting no threes, bro.
You're not here for nothing else. You're not here for nothing. You're not here for defensive help. You're not here to spell some minutes for nobody.
No.
You're not here for none of that shit. You are here to be a sniper.
And the funny shit is, I feel like he's trying to prove something else to me. Nah.
Right. I don't need you in the paint.
Why are you driving?
None of that. Yo.
Why am I seeing reverse lays from you, gang?
Yo. What are you doing? Think of how absurd it is watching the Steve Novak drive.
Yo. Nuts.
Think of how absurd.
Nuts.
The few times that shit's happened, we all laughed in unison. We were like, yeah, boy, yeah.
Yo, getting taken off the dribble by Steve Novak is a career killer. Career killer.
Come on.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, our bench is disgusting. disgusting. And the only way that we have any help is if Mitchell Robinson comes back and push somebody down. Yeah. Maybe OG needs some minutes to rest his knee, and then he's just playing with the bench. He's not starting this game.
Yeah,
maybe.
It's so tough, yo. This Mitch shit is so tough.
Huck Porty needs him for practice. We need to because Huck Porty is 6'11".
Sure is.
Why does he look so small in the court? I don't care what nobody says. Huck Porty is 6'11" and he plays small. And the moments that he has when he has real big man moments, they stand out because they're fewer and far in between than they should be. He's 20 minutes and 2 boards is trash.
Yeah, he's still raw, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He's very year one Mitch. Like a little less than year one Mitch, but he's very
year one Mitch got an NBA record. He's not year one Mitch on any level. Year one Mitch had the highest field goal percentage of all time. He made the books. He's a defensive
Mitch is getting the minutes
player.
too. But when Mitch couldn't stay on the floor, remember? He couldn't stay on the floor.
Yeah, because of foul trouble. He getting in foul trouble. He was going too hard. Yeah, no, Huck Porty ain't year one Mitch. I can't do that. Huck Porty's like year one Sims right now, and I need more.
That's crazy. I think
I need more.
Year 2 Sims.
Okay, so fine. He's like year 2 Sims.
Year 2 Sims is crazy. I mean, year 1 Sims is crazy. Year 1 Sims was bad. He was bad.
So then, okay, that's why I'll give him year 2 Sims. Because at some point in time, Sims was like, all right, he's going to get coached up, and he'll be good down the road. Because he got the athletic ability, he got the height, and he can make some shit happen defensively, which he kind of did.
Huck is not a this year play. He's not even. I don't even think he's a next year play. He might be a 2 years down the line play.
So then, what is he to what we doing right now?
Hey,
he's
man.
a trade. Yo, hey, man.
Tape out there.
Hey, man, I'm not seeing Kolick minutes. I'm not.
That's blowing minds. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm not seeing. I'm seeing too much campaign, too much Matt Ryan and Landry Shamet. Yo, you don't need Landry Shamet if you got Kolick.
Yeah,
because Shamet is there for the 3-point sniper minutes. Yes. No D anyway. I agree.
All right, so let's get into So as y'all know, we lost. I don't got no slander for Donovan Mitchell, unfortunately, but we'll play them. We'll play them in April.
He killed us in the no Brunson minutes. He killed us in the no Brunson minutes. Him and Garland was nasty with the no Brunson minutes. They left that second quarter. No. Before we even move on, same problem with the fucking Celtics game. Yo, Mikal Bridges going over the screen. It's not an accident. I'm just only gonna say it's not an accident that Mikal and Precious' both worst defensive games were the Celtics and the Cavs, because specifically it was the same plan. Mikal over the screen every time, because you cannot go under the screen on Donovan Mitchell. You know he's pulling, and Darius Garland's pulling. You can't do that on
He actually prefers it. That's the crazy shit about it. Like he actually prefers it. So you go over the screen, and to a point they were setting double screens this and a third, because Jared Allen is not a threat to score. Evan Mobley is a threat to score, but he's gonna pop to the free throw line.
Listen. How much did we need Mitchell Robinson out there yesterday? Jared Allen had 10 points.
1,000,000,000%. Let me tell you.
He went 5 for 6 and had 10 points. Like, I'm sorry. Jared Allen is not even supposed to do that shit out here.
And that's real.
That whole shit's supposed to get shut down. The whole situation supposed to get locked.
He laid Precious twice, and I was annoyed. He laid him twice. Like, it was one, he hit him with the right hand. I was like, ew. And then the other one, he hit him with
getting babied out here.
I will say
we don't got no bigs in the show. We had Mitchell Robinson and Isaiah Hartenstein last year. Yeah. Think of the richness that we had at that position.
Yeah, we got no bigs. That's what I said. We need some transaction cycles. We don't
got
no bigs
this year. We got no bigs this year. So don't come at me. So the fact that we're getting one back, and the one that was arguably better on most nights or enough to be the starter. But hey, we'll take it, because we don't got no bigs.
None.
Where's Taj Gibson at, man? Shit.
I will say this. I sent you this at a text yesterday. Josh Hart will be bringing up this game and in the Bulls game up in his negotiations. because what a difference! What a difference in energy.
Absolutely.
They were like we couldn't rally legit, like especially yesterday. Like I feel like talent discrepancy won out against the Bulls, but it was so evident. It was obviously evident that he was missing big in that Bulls game, and then double it up on the Cavs game. We could not rally. Why could we not rally? The ball is dribbling too many times. Who's the person that's gonna go up to Jalen Brunson and be like, "Give me the fucking ball"? Who's the person that's gonna go up to Cat and be like, "Give me the fucking ball"? It's not Mikal. It's not OG.
We said this shit already, man. Tom Thibodeau and the 3-man weave. They forgot what made them play good and look good out there. That was like everybody's a fucking option out here. Guard, double whoever you want, son. Give us a good look. Like
nasty work. All right. Speaking of Josh Hart, time for Knicks hits. OG's out. I mean, OG's back. Hart is out. What they're describing as runner's knee. I'm not going to say the scientific word for it because I don't really give a shit.
Yep.
I thought this was an interesting conversation because as soon, and I promise you, I only do this to get you upset. But as soon as we heard runner's knee, the Minutes Police came out.
The Minutes Police.
The Minutes Police came out.
That's all I heard. Runners knee mean Tibbs ran him to the ground. That's all that means. That is
overusage. Overusage. What say you?
I mean, if he's overused, it's not Tibbs' fault. I blame Leon Rose. I'm sorry. We need a center. We need a wing. We need 2 centers. We need a wing. Like, we know exactly what we need. And if we had either of those, the guy that would be sitting down more often than not would probably be Josh Hart. Mikal Bridges plays better defense than Josh Hart. When I see Josh Hart on Tatum, it's like seeing Josh Hart on Bridges. I shouldn't be seeing this shit. I just don't. I appreciate all of the hustle, and I need every bit of those rebounds. You can't truly quantify Josh Hart. So for me saying that Mikal Bridges is a better defender than Josh Hart, that's not a slight. Mikal Bridges is one of the best defenders in the game. So that's not a slight.
He's top 10.
And that's why.
And people will forget that, by the way.
OG. Yeah.
People will forget that. As much as he's been getting cooked, he's still a top 10 weight defender in basketball.
You can't have him guarding out of position and then hold it against him that he's getting cooked for guarding out of position. And Tatum, because of his size, equates to being out of position. He just can't guard him, and he's going to get cooked by that every time. That's OG's job. That is literally, if there's any reason why we have OG Anunoby,
it's to guard Jason Tatum. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. 100%.
Look at the entire East and think of who is he supposed to match up more again. I would even say if he was going against Jimmy Butler when Jimmy Butler is doing Jimmy Butler shit.
Yes.
Even in those moments, OG can help. I'll probably put Mikal Bridges on him first. Yeah. And like, Bridges, see if you got him.
And if you don't got
that's
him,
not even. Yo, and if Mikal got him enough, OG be help. Be help and help out on Bam. Like, be help. But Tatum, that's 100% OG's assignment. And I question Tibbs for not using that at all. Like, it's so the second game, OG's not there, so I can't really hold it against Tibbs for it. But I want to.
Yeah, you should.
But I want to because I'm so scarred. I'm so scarred by that first game.
It's actually the first game that really gets you tight because it actually it's literally the common sense
thing. It's so deliberate
to do.
It's so deliberate that to not use that matchup at all. It's like, are you trying to hide this for the playoff? Like, is this supposed to be some like Mighty Duck shit? Like, we just whip out the flying V and we're lit? Like, what is this? Yeah.
And the funny shit is that Jaylen Brown is a better matchup for Mikal anyway. Like,
it's the perfect matchup. It is the perfect matchup. In my mind, that is the reason why he's
not as lanky. Not as lanky. He's stronger than Mikal, but Mikal can make up with it with speed and
length.
That's
the length is what's going to do it. Even if he busts a move and he try to make a little step back, Mikal is long enough to block him from behind. Yeah. Like, he has that extra size on him. It's crazy to see Bridges. It's so deliberately nasty that it's just like, you got to show me there's a reason for this, dog. Yeah. Like,
I agree.
Because I'm over here preparing to get cooked tomorrow. I'm over here just preparing to get cooked tomorrow. And OG is healthy. Mikal is healthy.
Yeah.
We're playing the Celtics tomorrow, and these guys will be playing. There is no reason that Tibbs shouldn't have OG on Tatum. What do you expect to see?
Dog, if OG Anunoby is not on Jason Tatum tomorrow.
Dog, if OG Anunoby is not on Tatum tomorrow.
I cannot even stress to you how upset I'll be. I can't even lie to you. Because my issue is that is that it's not that Tatum was cooking Mikal in the first game. It's that we kept putting Mikal on him to get cooked. Like, at some point in time, you have to adjust. Like, this is I am egoless. I know Jason Tatum is the goods. Like, I'm not ignorant. Like, I'm not ignorant. Yeah. He's
we know who he is.
He's one of the best basketball players ever. Like, this is not somebody this is not some regular schmegular. Like, this is not Trae Young, bro. I'm not even gonna bullshit you. Like, this is not like no fringe all-star.
And I would let Trae Young get it off.
You know? For real.
And it's not Trae Young. This is Tatum.
This is Jason Tatum. Like, at some point in time, you gotta be like, dog, he's cooking you. Let me get him. At some point in time, you gotta be like, yo, this is not happening again. Like, like, so my funny thing that I put about this is that I was like, yo, if you're looking at it from this, like I said, Josh Hart negotiations are gonna go phenomenal. I won't lie to you. They're gonna go
hey when it comes around.
They're gonna go phenomenal because at some point in time, OG is not reliable. We know this. This is a fact. Like, his injury history.
We knew that when we was getting him.
Yeah, you're trying to make sure he's healthy for April, and that's the priority with him specifically. Mikal is reliable. Jalen Brunson, he's as reliable as you can get. Like, you get what I'm saying? And Cat to a certain extent as well. Our margin for error is very, very low though, very, very low. And I say that as we transition into what I'm calling you know, like, this is where our concern comes from, right? So we're 0 for 6 between and everybody. It's gonna be a stat, right? I tweeted yesterday.
Stephen A. made sure the world got that one,
bro. 0 for 6.
He ain't let you go to bed without that. They had the graphic up and everything.
So I want to dive a little deeper into what we said earlier. Like, we don't have, like, the question is gonna be for the rest of the season: can we beat elite teams? Can we beat elite teams? We are 0 for 6 against the teams that are record-wise better than us. 0 for 6. That's the Thunder. That's the Cavs. That's the Celtics. As you said, tomorrow could very well be 0 for 7. So we are legitimately, like, running out of opportunities to put up a good basketball product against some of these teams. So with that being said, like, our margin for error, and I say that because I'm not really worried in a sense, but I understand. I woke with this with an understanding that our margin for error.
That you're not worried.
No, like, the only thing I'm worried about is, like, bro, health, and health is fucking, like, that's too volatile of a variable to be, like, to be overly stressed about. Like, so I can't control that. We could have 5 healthy fucking starters, and on April 10th. Somebody shit go out. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's too volatile of a variable for me to put any stock in. Like, but for us to put together a product, like, we cannot be getting blown out, bro. Like, that's the problem there.
We are designed to get blown out against those teams if we are not fully healthy with Mitchell Robinson. Even with the confidence that I had with this team all year, it was always hinged on the fact that we had our top 7. Our top 7, 8 players. Yeah. It hinges, all of it requires us to have all of them. Josh Hart already showed me that if injured, he's on the court. So he'll be there.
Yes.
Brunson is going to take a lot to get him out.
Yeah.
Cat, we hope, we pray, we expect him there. So far, Bridges, the most durable guy in NBA right now. Like, are you shitting me? We expect him there. Like, it all lands and it all requires on having all of those pieces there for it. But without one of them, without Mitchell Robinson and Josh Hart, how can you expect to match up against the Celtics, who will have Drew Holiday tomorrow, will have Kristaps Porzingis?
They will. And they just beat us by 30.
Yeah.
And they just beat us by 30 without.
We'll have OG back.
Yes.
And I think even with Drew Holiday being Drew Holiday, that we can still win that matchup with Brunson and what Brunson can bring. I'm putting a lot of money on Josh Hart with the Derek White Josh Hart matchup, and the Derek White Josh Hart matchup should be the fucking matchup. They're both kind of the same guy role on their teams.
Yeah.
Like, I need that. I don't want to see Josh Hart on Tatum. I don't want to see Michaelis getting cooked, and then you put in Josh Hart on Tatum, because then it looks like we're deliberately trying to lose. Then it looks like what we did game one, where we are not using our thinking caps
at all,
and we're not doing what just makes reasonable sense. And I believe, once again, Tibbs is one of the greatest coaches New York has ever had, and we are lucky, and he's the coach that we are destined to win one with because he's so us. However, there are just simple things. We can easily go 0-7 tomorrow if OG's not on Tatum. If it's not Derek White and Josh Hart, if it's not Brown and Bridges, Drew and Brunson, it's going to be Cat and Porzingis. Like, dog, this is when you say each of those matchups together, don't it give you something to lean on there? You're like, yeah, this is a battle I could go in with. We are built for this particular type of battle. We need Mitch. But however, Mitch can't guard Porzingis.
And we know that.
And we know that. And
that
we
was
know
the problem
that.
last year. That was the fear last year, actually. Like, the legitimate fear last year was that Mitch,
even if he got the Celtics in the third,
Mitch cannot guard Porzingis at all. He was cooking him. He cooked him every time he played. He played us last year. Every time he played him, he cooked Mitch. But
Mitch ain't for the perimeter, and we understand that. He's good for the midi, and he's good for the paint.
Yeah,
and he's great for it.
All right, so tough question here. So, I mean, you said this earlier, but how much does like the margin for error fall on the front office? And like,
it's 100% Leon Rose.
It's 100% him.
It's 100% on Leon Rose. We can be happy as we want with the team and the roster that we go. No. Let me rephrase that. We could be as happy as we want with the starting five that we have. And we can be quite proud of ourselves for finding a Deuce McBride. And we could be happy that we're getting Mitch back and could possibly retain him for even less for longer term, because who else in the league is going to invest big dollars for Mitchell Robinson? It just doesn't even sound right, even though we know how great he can be.
Yes.
Stay here, show love, allow us to sign you over the salary cap, be a New Yorker forever. You ain't going to get more love anywhere else. The end.
This is real.
You feel me? Same thing with Obi. Like, I bet you wish you was here. We kind of wish you were here.
Yeah.
I bet you wish you were here. It feels like any year could just be your last day out there. So whatever. You shouldn't have argued with Tibbs. That wasn't a good idea. We can beat these teams. I can't remember what your question was right now. I'm so full of fire with this shit right now. Like,
no, you answered the question. I said, how much of it is really on Leon Rose, like in terms of like the margin for error being that literally as slim as it is.
There was a reason why I said clutch earlier, and that's because I'm going to forever hold on to the fact that for $1 million, I think less than what we're paying Mikal Bridges, and for less picks than we got, we could have had another midi king who is a clutch king, and DeRozan. and we could have scrap parts with all those picks that we used in the Drummonds and the Valanciunas, and we could have lacked nothing. We could have lacked nothing.
So you think that DeRozan would have been able to make up the defensive because because
he has the length, he has the size.
Yeah, but he don't play. He don't play defense.
It's not that he don't play defense. He ain't Mikal Bridges defensively. There's a difference.
It's very few. There's very few.
And I give Mikal Bridges ain't the clutch that DeRozan is either.
And that's real.
I mean, there's give and take here, and that's why I'm like, yo, for the same amount of money, for the amount of assets that we spent, like we could have saved one of those first round picks and got a center on the market. With one of those first round picks, we gave up 5. You think it's gonna cost us 5 for DeRozan? Come on now.
I'll tell you
5
this.
with DeRozan gets us a center for sure.
I read somewhere that and you know that I have a three first round Mikal thing, the Knicks tag and in the city tax. But I did read somewhere that Memphis was going to give up 4.
For DeRozan?
No, for Bridges.
Oh,
they were going to give up 4.
I don't care.
And we came back with 5.
I don't care if Memphis was giving up 4 if I could get DeRozan for 2 or 3.
That's the top.
I just do not care. I do not care. He could, because what you're telling me is that Bridges will be on the West Coast. He is 1,000% not my problem. On the Memphis Grizzlies, nothing for me to be concerned about when it comes to playoffs at all in the slightest. Like, for the price that Mikal Bridges trade is going to be the one that we're going to be staring at. We're not going to be staring at trading Julius Randle, a multi-time All-Star, most improved player, NBA All-Team. It ain't going to be on trading him and Dante DiVincenzo, who broke the three-point record in 1 year while we over here crying for Shamit to shoot some fucking threes out there. Excuse my French mama. But you understand what I'm saying here. Like, that is not what we're going to hark on. We're going to hark on Bridges to 5 picks.
I truly don't know why, but I get it.
I get it. I agree because I agree with 4. Because I agree that we don't have this discussion, we don't have this problem, and we could compete with all these other teams if we had one more pick. One more pick.
Dog,
one more pick.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Did Cleveland give up a first for DeAndre Hunter? Because I don't think they did. And they got the 6th one. And they got the 6th boy. 6th boy candidate, DeAndre Hunter. He averaging 18 off the bench. I'm not gonna lie. I truly think, and I agree with you to a certain extent, like, but I truly think that one, we held our base at the trade deadline, mainly because I mean we got capologists through the ass. If we being real, like if we wanted to go get somebody. I think we could have got somebody, but I think that they are. I think just like you. I don't know
why we didn't want somebody.
I agree as well, but I think they believe just like you in the sense like when healthy, like this is a contending team, but we have not seen it yet, and they are.
We haven't seen healthy.
Yeah, I'm talking about in terms of the health. That's what I mean in terms of we haven't seen it yet. We haven't seen what it looks like full strength. And we have to put into the to extent.
That's what we're betting on.
Yeah, now we are. We are. Now, you better believe it.
Now maybe we paid extra because Mikal Bridges is the pinnacle of health. If we're saying he's never missed a game,
so
that's us investing in that. You're gonna
put $212 million into your best defender.
And DeAndre Hunter was traded with 2 future pick swaps as well as 3 future seconds.
Love it. Love 2 picks. That's what I'm saying.
Yo,
it could have got done. It could have got done. That's all I'm telling you. It could have got done.
That's what I'm saying.
It could have got done. If we wanted to go get a center for real,
on the front office.
And I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that.
We lost Hartenstein. It's 100% on the front office for not replacing losing Hartenstein.
I agree with you on that 1,000,000%. I'm not even going to bullshit you. I think that's what, and I said that after yesterday, it confirmed to me that our margin for error is like 0.1.
Yeah, there is none.
Like
There's none.
it's basically non-existent. We have to be healthy to have a chance. We have to be in movement. Like and even what you said earlier, like the priority is April 15th. I need us at full strength. I don't give a fuck where we are. Because at some point in time, because if we're not at full strength, we're not gonna win anyway. Like that's exactly how I feel right now. Like we're not gonna win anyway. If Leon had put a little bit of the margin for error, that goes with like maybe because I think the problem with the 5 picks is that I don't think it's necessarily a 5 pick problem. It's more so an inactivity problem because you can move stuff around. You could have pick swapped next year pick
with lack of depth problem it's trading 5 assets causes.
Yeah, but that's also why I told you I think it's going to take us 2 transaction cycles at the minimum. This was the first one.
Time you got to strike when the iron hot. It leaves changes all the time. You can't count on 2. You can't count on 2. You can't count on 1. Injuries.
Make a good point, bro.
Imagine if Luka went to Boston.
You make a good point. You make a good point. That's what
It all has to be for now, and then for the now, he really overspent for the Nova brand. It feels like, and Mikal Bridges has to. That's what I'm saying. He got to show some clutch.
If you telling me that DeAndre Hunter went for 2 pick swaps and 3 seconds, we got 90 seconds.
If Niang.
Yeah, if there's anything we got, it's 5 million seconds.
Swaps. We got seconds and swaps. We don't have
it could have been done.
Assets worth trading because we don't have depth.
Karis LeVert was an asset worth trading? George Niang?
Is he better? Are they better than Landry Shamet and Campaign?
Karis LeVert?
Yes and yes.
Yes
and yes. Yes.
Karis LeVert making $8 million a year.
Is Karis LeVert better than Landry?
He make $8 million a year. He ain't that good.
Okay. I'm not saying that he's great. I'm saying, is he better than Landry Shamet?
He might be.
He is.
Because Landry Shamet is terrible.
Campaign, if they told you had a choice between Karis LeVert and Campaign for the season, dog, there's no question. If they told you Karis LeVert for Campaign and Landry Shamet, it's still no question.
It's real. It's real.
It's still no question. So yeah.
I do think. I think we're both. I think we're both right in the sense that I think that it's not new.
I'm waiting for this buyout market. If there's anything we can get out of it,
there's also things there. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Every year we say that though, and every year we don't do shit worth a damn.
Hey, that's Leon. That's Leon.
This is all on Leon.
I trust the vision. I trust the vision, but I agree with you in the sense.
Leon Rose feels crazy, but we're not trying to have a good moment or just we're trying to actually win.
Agreed.
And we can't rest on laurels, and we can't let Leon Rose be rested laurels because when Leon Rose came in the game, he made a bunch of trades during the draft that none of us saw coming. Move these back, move this forward, trade these back, move this forward, do this, and now we end up with IQ and this pick and this future something, and we're like, oh shit, yo, what just happened? What just happened? That's the type of flavor. And can you say that we did that this year? No. If anything, we did none of that, and we paid like true market value, like true market value in a seller's market.
Yeah.
Oof. Hey, wasn't a buyer's market. We bought in a seller's market. That's pricey.
Listen, that's what you got to do sometimes.
He's gonna have to show me. He's gonna have to show me that that's true.
You just go. Hey. One thing
true.
Hey, and that's real, right? That's real, right?
Buyout season.
It's time.
Buyout season. We can't get a second round pick.
Go get you a big.
Second round picks we got. We did nothing at the deadline.
Go get me a big in the buyout market. Go show your scouting. Go show your scouting for real. Like it's as simple as that.
We had all season to go find this elusive big. Where is he? It's not like we just need him now.
Nah, we've been needing him.
Gone.
And that's so real. We needed him since game 2.
Day 1 preseason. We been where
You
is
are
he?
absolutely right. I can't lie to you.
It's killing me.
No, I will say
Rose
the
is killing me
inactivity.
because if he's relying on next season being the one that he just needs one more summer to I'm gonna be really pissed off. I'm gonna be really pissed off because I feel like I feel like he's wasted a lot of time. I feel like he wasted a lot of time. He had a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, 6 losses. 0-6 is not encouraging. These are the conversations that come up when 0-6 happens. When you see it on paper, you can say, like in October, you can say different things. But 0-6, 0-4 against the 2 teams above us in the East. I don't like it. I don't like it.
We went second round in an RJ Knicks team. Mm-hmm. We go out second round in an OG Knicks team. If we go out in the second round this year with a cat-led Knicks team,
that's bad business.
Dog,
yeah, I'm not loving that. I won't lie. I'm not loving that.
Does that say much about the progression here? we could have been the team with the gajillion assets that we had, kept building up, and do something that was going to elevate us because and I know better than to say if you made second this year and you don't make second next year, then you did worse, whatever. I know that's not actually true because there's mad different things that can change the format. I know that's not true. However, in New York, with our media and the optics and the way they like to do us, it becomes true.
I mean,
it becomes the talking point and the label for everything.
That's real, but it shouldn't be true.
It's already been said. It's already been stamped. If we don't make it out the second round, it's a bust. It's already been stamped.
I think those.
It don't matter if
I think those are reasonable expectations,
though. Round or the Celtics in the second round, none of that shit matters. If we lose in the second round, regardless of what it looks like or why we're that team, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. That narrative will be the chokehold that we will be spending the rest of the summer potting on. Do you want to live in that universe? You want to live in that world?
I'm not. I wouldn't be thrilled to, but
that's nasty.
I wouldn't be thrilled to live in it. All right, let's get to
Top picks.
Let's get to the previews. It's time for the previews.
Previews.
All right, we starting off per usual. We talked about it already, but just to recap, it's Knicks versus Celtics, 1 p.m. tomorrow. Oh, shit.
Talk about this
1
week.
p.m. Sunday.
Talk about this week. Go ahead.
I mean, to be fair to us, like this is probably the toughest stretch of the season for us.
At Boston,
the fake Garden. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think we win this game. I don't have a lot of faith in us. I don't have a lot of faith in Tibbs putting OG on Mikal because I think he's a maniac and I don't know what he sees that I don't see. But I think if Mikal Bridges starts off with Jason Tatum, literally after the ball is tipped, I'm out. I'll even say that. It is contingent on that specifically. I will say that even to give us some grace. It is contingent on if the ball is tipped and either we get the ball first and we shoot. But what's the first defensive play?
Tatum's first 3 shots.
Yeah. If I see Mikal Bridges as his primary defender, I'm chalking this up as an L. Early. Because what are we doing? What are we doing? Because clearly you see something I don't see, and I can't even argue with you at this point, Tibbs. Because that's the problem with Tibbs. That's my problem with Tibbs at this point, right? What can I even tell you at this point? You know?
Yeah.
What can I tell you at this point? I mean, it's not like I've watched maybe 10 games. I could say we've played about 55, 56 games or so, whatever.
56 games so far.
I can say out of 10 games for sure, I've seen Tibbs
and we don't have 20 losses.
No, and that's real. But I'm saying
good season.
10 games for sure, I've seen Tibbs get outcoached in. 10 games.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
6 of those games were the ones we just talked about. The 2 Cavs games, the two Celtics games, the 2 Thunder game, that 1 Chicago game that blew minds, Jesus Christ. And that Utah game as well. I can name it because I remember the ones that get me really mad. And the playing game with Trae Young. I'm at 9 now, by the way. But anyway, I've seen about 10 games.
Playing game with Trae Young. Shit.
I was thinking about 10 games Tibbs has gotten like thorough. Like when I'm saying like thoroughly outcoached, I be like, damn, Tibbs, like you you burn the tape, nigga. Burn the tape. Yeah. And so I think this is a good opportunity for Tibbs here, right? To be like, all right, they beating our ass. If we're going to give them like a part of the playoff strategy, like if there's a separate playoff strategy, because what I'm going to tell you, Tibbs, this 46 out of 46 games, you put belt to ass to other teams. I've loved it. But if we're looking at it like this, bro, there's an opportunity here for you to be like, all right, I'm going to have to come with my big boy kids. You got a away game. They're going to be at full strength. There's opportunity. I retweeted. I said, all I see from Underdog NBA said, yo, Knicks are 0-4 from between Celtics and Cavs. And I literally tweeted it's immediately after yesterday's game, by the way. All I see is an opportunity to go 500 when the season is over. Right? That's all I see. So I hope Tim see that too, because that's what I need him to see. And whether that is putting OG Anunoby on Jason Tatum, if Jaylen Brown kills us, I'm okay with that. You know why? Because I haven't seen Jaylen Brown kill us yet this year.
I was just about to say, bro, do you believe that Jaylen Brown could kill us if Mikal Bridges is guarding him and OG is guarding Tatum? Do you even see that possible?
No.
I don't see that possible. I don't see that possible. Don't let me being tough on Bridges and it's not his fault.
No, it's
that
not.
He was traded for so
it's
much.
Not. And
he didn't demand to trade me for 5 picks.
And the thing is that a lot of Knicks fans don't get that, and I think that's what be getting them. That's what be clouding obviously their judgment on his actual play, and will be clouding the fact like, bro, one, he didn't ask to be traded. 1, 2, he didn't ask to be traded to the Knicks, even though those is his guys.
I believe he asked to be traded and asked to be traded to the Knicks, but
for 5
that don't. Yeah, I believe that's part of the price going up also as well. That he wanted to be there as well. They got him on all that.
Memphis wanted 4. David Memphis was going to give up 4.
Yeah.
They didn't have to give it to us. They didn't have to give it to us.
And they had that. To lean on. Yo, Memphis will give us 4 for him, so I don't really need you. And they were just like, yo, come on, man. Yo, Bridges is giving them pressure. Like, yo, I'll sign a friendly something in the future, son. Sign me.
Man, I'll tell you, the 5 picks was easier to stomach when Dante DiVincenzo was here.
Yes.
When it was full, when it was full Nova Voltron. When it was no Voltron, Voltron, it was easier to stomach.
We were so down to see that happen, dog, and we just.
And the crazy thing about that is that you really like this offense opens up with a Dante DiVincenzo. Like I even say, like to your DeRozan point, I get that in a sense, but I think that the idea of like a microwave scorer is something that. Where it's like I'm not gonna lie. I was watching the game yesterday and I was like, you know who we need? We need fucking Lou Will to come out of retirement and just give us 20 off the bench. Like we need somebody.
We need IQ off the bench.
We need a bench scorer bad, bro. I said this though. Did I not say this at the trade deadline? I said we need a wing score. We need somebody to score.
You don't hear people talking Victor Oladipo?
They said we the favorites to get him.
You ain't see that?
They said we're the favorites to get him.
I'll take it.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
I'll take it.
A healthy Oladipo? Like, like maybe a sunset. Like, I'm asking him to take the Shamit role.
I'm asking you to take the Shamit role.
Anybody but Shamit, please. I'm begging you. Dog. It's tough.
Yo.
It's tough. I get it. I
think we can. I'm trying to find a way to say that we can win this game. I'm trying hard to say that we can beat the Celtics tomorrow. I want to say we can beat the Celtics tomorrow.
I ain't gonna lie to you. This sounds annoying, but I just need it to be competitive. I need to be competitive. Like that's my priority at this point right now. Like whatever, like the important 4 games we need to win against the Celtics or the Cavs start in April or May. Like I'm living by that theory. I'm dying by that theory. I need to see a competitive game.
The problem with them is that we like we see they're like 9 players they're going to play. Like they're set.
They're running
Boston
11.
is
They're
set
going
with
11
their
deep.
9.
They're going 11 deep.
Yo,
Cavs went 10 deep.
they're so set.
They went 10 deep yesterday.
They're so set.
Before they emptied the bench, they would say,
Before garbage time.
Sam Merrill. Who is that nigga? Who is Sam Merrill? I was like, who is he? It's the same thing with Boston. Why was Luke Cornett killing us on the boards 2 Saturdays ago? Disgusting. Oh my God. So, long story short, I think this is a loss. I'm gonna chalk it up as a loss. I'll be pleasantly surprised if we win, but I think it's a loss.
I'm OG gonna be playing. I'm on. Listen, I believe in Tibbs being the defensive-minded mastermind that he's supposed to be. And if he is that guy, then I think we should win this game.
All right.
So I'm gonna chalk this up as a win.
Got you.
And if I lose because Tibbs did some other shit, well, that ain't on me, is it?
It sure ain't. You put in your faith. You put in your faith in the fact that Tibbs is intelligent. It's a smart bet. It's a smart bet.
Common sense. It got to be a common sense move here, dog.
So if he chooses to be dumb, that's on him. That don't got nothing to do with you.
Cat on Porzingis sounds fine. I'm fine with that. OG, if you go top to bottom of the starting five, I am fine. And if you go to their bench versus our bench, I mean, bench, you're gonna have to show up. That's where it gets rough. Yeah. But I mean, Deuce, you're asking for a good campaign game, and you're asking for a good precious game at the same time. And that's where it gets. And you're asking for Shaman to hit 2 threes. You're asking for all of this shit to happen at the same time to beat them. That's why we need Mitchell Rob back. But I'm going for the win here. Let's do this, Knicks. Make me look good.
All right, moving on. We got Knicks versus the Sixers. Philadelphia 76ers.
We are just so disrespectful to the idea of the Sixers. We really are.
Listen, man, I ain't gonna lie.
Come on, say that you expect to win the same way I expect to win. Come on.
1,000,000%. I have no faith in the Sixers.
Yeah, let's jump to it.
I'm gonna put this out there. My boy Knob, shout out my boy Knob. He's a Celtics fan, so I make fun of him a lot, right? Because he had put in the beginning of the year, like the only fans he was worried about, the only team he was worried about was the 76ers. And I said, my brother in Christ, you need to be worried about the Knickerbockers for real. He was like, nah, the Sixers are better than y'all. Oh man, let me tell you how every chance I get, I send the record. Every chance I get, I send the record. Because to think that Paul George, like Paul George, like we
even
just
healthy,
start there.
Even healthy, I didn't buy it. Yeah, no, I know.
I don't even gotta talk about. Y'all know I got a lot of respect for Tyrese Maxey. I think he's the goods. I think Tyrese Maxey is the super goods. He should be the number 1 option. They need to trade.
He should be in Miami.
He should trade both the bum ass niggas they got and build around Maxey. You know why it looks bad this year? Because they brought Paul George there to build around Embiid. Embiid, who has no legs anymore, by the way. Them shits is done. You go quote me on this. The end of the Joel Embiid superstar era is over. It's over.
To me, it was over the second that he made himself a villain in New York. It's like there's no more leeway. There's no more grace. There's no more pass. There's no more nothing.
You want to talk about
officially your time has done.
No, their championship window was from the last year that Ben Simmons was there to, I would say, maybe last year. That's it. It's over. Like legitimately. Like it's too much. He's way too unreliable.
They had James Harden. They had Max.
Jimmy Butler. Ben Simmons. Paul George. Look at these names we're talking about.
Yeah, we're not talking about. We're talking about franchise players.
Come on, man.
Every name we said was a whole franchise.
Max players, bro. Multiple time All-Stars. And the constant is Joel Embiid. You got to get rid of him. I'm sorry. Process failed.
It took them too long.
Process done.
He got a Supermax. This is the problem. This is the problem with the Supermax. Now how do you move him?
I wouldn't have paid him.
This is why I said
they did that to themselves though. They gave him money this summer.
Wait though. This is that shit I was talking about with Levine. This is that shit I was talking about. I talk about this shit all the time. When you give some of these players the big money with the intention of still trying to move them later on. You cannot tell me they gave Embiid that much bread to keep him long term.
Of course
that
not.
money
Of course
was
not.
to move later and get max assets in return. They were looking for the fool, and they didn't held on too long. Oh, it is. I've been saying for years, Embiid should be in Miami with Butler. I feel like that's where they belong. I feel like a Bam hero trade to Philly is what Philly needed. I feel like this shit was just perfect. Like, let's get this, and the party's waited too long. And now what?
And now they both bums for real. If we being honest.
Now, oh my God.
If we being real, they both bums. So that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying, like, I wish for the unsuccess of Philadelphia sports in general. So this only makes me happy. This only makes me happy thoroughly to see the downfall of the Philadelphia 76ers.
Understood.
With that being said, I think we win this game. I've seen Cat absolutely dominate the Sixers. Embiid is not healthy. He said that he
don't like him.
He
when
said,
he's healthy.
Yeah, and he said he gonna have to get surgery in the offseason. That tells me, hey, motherfucker, you might as well go get surgery tomorrow. You ain't win no championship.
Yeah.
You ain't win no championship. Go get surgery tomorrow, my brother. We'll see you in
Speed it
October.
up.
We'll see you in October. What are we doing here?
Don't push it back that we waiting for a Christmas Day return, maybe.
No.
Like, think about the team and for the chance to eventually win a chip.
They're not even, that's what I'm saying. They're not even doing the injury shit right. If the brother, he admitted, like, first of all, you couldn't get this information out of me if you tried. Let's be clear. But he admitted publicly he's going to have to get another procedure on his knee. Dog, go do that shit today. Go do that shit. What are you doing? Because all you're going to do is be out for 3 months next season. Like, what are we doing here? That's just not bad. That's just not good basketball. That's just not good basketball.
That's real. That's real.
It's dumb. Why'd you play on the Olympic team if your shit was Throg, bro?
Yo, not even the play-in team right now. Not even in their 11th. Like,
fighting off the Bulls.
Brooklyn Nets.
Fighting off the Bulls.
The Bulls got 2 games ahead of them. They're tied with the Brooklyn Nets. They're fighting for the 12th spot right now.
And to be clear, Chicago is not even trying to make the play-in, bro. If they make the play-in, they lose
really
their pick. They lose their pick to San Antonio.
They're not even trying.
They actively try to lose, actively take it. A la Dallas Mavericks of 2 years ago when they owed us their top 10 protected pick. Y'all forgot about that? They got Derek Lively with the 11th overall pick because they tanked on purpose. This is exactly what these motherfuckers are trying to do.
I got to look up the Philly pick situation. I got to see what they got going on over there because this is a clusterfuck of like tremendous proportions.
I agree. It's disgusting.
Thank God it works in our favor. We have to win this game.
We gotta love it.
All right. In the next game.
Finally, to wrap it up, we got. Oh man. Knicks Grizzlies. Here we go.
Yes.
All right. So if there is
one of those type of games,
so I just want to give a disclaimer. So for the sky is falling Knicks contingency. While we may not be able to beat the 1 seed in the Western Conference. What we've been doing to everybody else in the Western Conference, it's just not been talked about. It's not been talked about at all. And, I'm kind of tired of it. I'm kind of tired of it not being mentioned, because what we've been doing to the Western Conference, like, they don't want to see us. Like to be clear, I feel extremely confident if we come out the East. This is our chip.
I do too.
This is our chip.
There's only one team. There's literally one team to be worried about.
And to be clear, I'm actively looking for that team to get knocked out. Like, I'm not. There's no shame. There's no shame in my game. There's no shame in my game. I actually need the West to take care of that for me.
I need Denver to man up. I need Denver to man up and take OKC out. There's no one else. And let's take the fact that they started off slow. They started off slow in the season. The first half of the season wasn't looking good. Denver's on a 9-game win streak right now.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Get
hot at the right time.
Big Joker. Listen,
don't play with your food, Joker.
Listen,
get it done.
Nikola Jokic, man.
Don't let baby Jokic Hartenstein beat you. Don't let baby Jokic Hartenstein cook you, Joker. You can't let this happen. It's on you.
Hey, I found out over All-Star Weekend that Cat and Joker are really good friends.
Oh, that's good to know.
It makes sense. It makes sense because I think Joker has bad respect for him. First of all, he has bad respect for him, mainly because he thinks he's the only person in the NBA that plays the same way as him.
That's what's up.
And that's some real shit, right? So looking at it like that, I'm like, if we follow the Joker formula, if Joker could beat somebody, like the way to beat the Thunder is to not let fucking shade kill you.
I can't tell you how to beat the Thunder because
we haven't worked
that one out yet. We haven't worked that one out yet. I can't tell you what it takes to beat the Thunder.
It don't look like it. Like we got the answer for sure.
Yeah. But I'm hoping Denver.
Somebody else got it. Somebody else got it for sure.
Houston, can you?
Dallas
you do
has it.
Houston?
Dallas has the answer, but I don't trust them. I don't trust them to be healthy at all. I don't trust them to be healthy at all.
Dog, fingers crossed. First round OKC Dallas.
No, you have to. No, seriously, you have to.
or OKC Minnesota.
I think Minnesota. I actually don't think that Denver is the team that's going to get them. I think that they actually match up pretty well against Denver because Aaron Gordon's not that tall and they got two really tall people. I think it's
the Wolves.
It's the Wolves for sure. It's the Wolves because you can run out Julius, but you could also put Nas Reed out there. Nas Reed, another 7-footer that shoots the basketball.
Yeah.
Or it's the Mavericks, bro. Like that's the only way. Like they gotta get the first round matchup. If they don't get the first round matchup, the other one has to get the second round matchup. If they don't get that, then we gotta defend on Nikola Jokic. But other than that, I need Dallas, Minnesota, Denver for OKC. Legitimately,
OKC got legit work ahead of them.
Yeah,
and I like that. Like they're the runaway best team in the West for the first half of the season. And I'm curious about the second half of the season.
It was 5 million trades made 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And to be fair, them trades was made because of them motherfuckers. Let's be clear.
Yes. Because they look like the best team in the league.
They look far and away the best team. They look like Celtics.
Yes.
The Celtics looked last year. And the Celtics, you was like, damn, these niggas just putting everybody.
Yeah.
They was like, we're not making that mistake again. They let the Celtics cakewalk to the final. Did the Celtics not cakewalk to the finals?
Cakewalk to the finals.
And had to face a fucking broke up Mavericks team when they got there because they was all nice and healthy. Nah, they was like, we ain't letting that shit happen again. I'm not even mad at it. I ain't even mad at it a bit. I'm not looking at y'all like, oh, nah, y'all not just about to get one on me. Get easy chip on me, OKC. Fuck out of here. In terms of this Grizzlies game,
exactly, right? Right. We just tore the West up, but this is the second best team in the West, the Grizzlies.
We be beating the shit.
What you said mattered.
We beat the shit out of them. I want to give a disclaimer. I saw something that said that Ja Morant might be the next superstar traded. I have a tough question to ask you. Is Ja Morant? Is he still good? Is he still good?
Yo,
I don't know if he's good.
Yeah, I see, and this be my thing, like, and this is why I like the Luka trade, because I believe you have to trade your superstar player, and this is why Embiid is such a shit situation for Philly right now. There is the other side of the hill to when you tried to trade them from peak and upwards to peak, versus no longer the peak and on the way down, the value changes so drastically. It's not even close to the same.
Listen, Ja Morant, man, Demetrius, let me tell you something, brother.
Who's trading what for Ja Morant? They get Trae Young.
You feel me?
Doesn't Ja Morant look like he'll be some noise in Atlanta?
Dog, I'm here for the Ja trade. The Ja trade, legit. Because the problem with Ja, right? And like
actually, I think we fucked around and found something good just now. Trade for Ja and whatever assets needed to match whatever.
It works.
That works.
Because
that's good for Memphis.
That's good for Atlanta too.
Yes.
All Ja don't need. He need Wings, nigga.
He on some Westbrook shit. He need run with me.
Wings. He need people that's going to just run. And all Atlanta got is wings. That's why Trae Young, it works for Trae Young in Atlanta right now, but not really. But that's because he's just too short. And he's a nut. Like, let's just, you can get that out of the way. Ja is not, I don't think he's that good anymore. Like, legitimately, I think that the injuries might have got him. Like, I think they really might have got him because I watched Memphis play. They are the number 2 seed in the West. I heard some crazy stat. I think they played the Pacers on Thursday. I heard some crazy stat like, yo, Ja has missed like 22 games. Like 23 or 20. No, like 20, something in the 20s, right? And I'm like,
right.
And it was like, yo, he's never played more than 5 games in a row this season. Oh, but they're the 2 seed.
Talk about it.
Dog. Brother ain't even been here. He ain't even been here the whole year.
They don't need him. Yo, that sounds very
Luka-ish. Here's a luxury.
We've beaten OKC a couple of times right now. You may be a superstar trade value.
The difference between
but we can get a bag for you. But Luka's on his way up still, and Ja's on his way down. That value
but no, I would say you haven't gotten Luka's. I would say even if you thought Luka plateaued, you may have even created a new hill for him. You get what I'm saying? Right. So where he's like it's not like his game is predicated on athleticism. His game is predicated on IQ. So if his game is predicated on IQ, it's like, all right, cool. I have another level to get to. If I decide, okay, cool, I need to at the very least get into shape and my game will translate. You might have created that. With Ja is already on the way down. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's not like his plateau year was 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago. So if you know he's gonna go down and you're gonna lose value for him anyway, and now
peep this. I'm checking out the box score right now. They just played the Magic. You know how I feel about the Magic.
105, 104.
You feel me?
Yeah.
105, 104. Ja Morant 10 for 24 for 23 points.
Yo, and who got the game? Who got the game saving block? Jaren Jackson Jr. I just want to put it out there. Hey,
your man.
It was me. You know it. It's on tape. It's on tape. It was me. I wanted him when his value was low. When nobody was watching Memphis last year. No one was watching Memphis last year. Not one.
That's how I feel about marketing, dog. I understand. I understand.
No one was watching Memphis last year. And I was sitting here like, yo, this nigga is out here balling. And they losing. They kept losing last year. But the problem is, that year might have helped out. That might have been like blessing in disguise type shit, right? Because you had Jaren Jackson Jr., who got a whole year being the number 1 option. Not because he wanted to be, but because Ja's a fucking dickhead. Like, like legitimately.
Right.
Legitimately. He learned how to do it.
Can you imagine him? Can you imagine Ja in Atlanta?
Dog.
But do you know that he might actually sell tickets in Atlanta?
Absolutely.
He's made for
Atlanta. Legitimately. Memphis is black enough for Ja. Like, it's black enough, it's just not big enough. Like, I've been to Memphis. Like, the arena is literally in the middle of downtown, like next to like 3 fucking bars on the side of it. It looks like fucking it looks like you're driving through a small town and with a big arena in it. Like, Memphis is small as hell. Legit. Atlanta? Dog. They might have, listen, Ja might get in trouble in Atlanta. I'm not going to lie.
Ja will probably get in trouble, but he's good for the culture. He's good for the ticket culture. It would be
phenomenal. I think it would be phenomenal. I would be 100% for it. Go get Ja. And go get him a big wing. Go get him a big wing that's going to run with him. He'll be all right. In the Eastern Conference, too, he might do some things. Trae Young, I see the vision.
Atlanta they're a playing team right now, which is good enough.
Yeah.
Which is good enough. We've seen what the Heat did. They're good enough to be
Atlanta's an
streaky,
underdog team.
sparky. Of course. Let them remain the underdog team. Yeah. They're the underdog team that you respect.
Yeah.
You respect their underdog status and that they're such an underdog team. Yeah. Hey, ain't no shame to that.
Hey, Ja to Atlanta. Let's breathe it into existence just in case it happens.
But don't bring that shit in New York. We're about to whoop your ass on Tuesday.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You about to get your
ass.
ass whooped. All right. So I'm not worried about the Grizzlies. I'm never worried about the Grizzlies because I don't think that I think that we match up too well against them. Like they're.
I'm worried. I'm worried about it. I'm worried about it because those are the type of point guards I don't like playing. Those are the type of guards I don't like seeing. I would agree with you. But I feel like we're good against that now. And I just listen. We're having a rough time right now. Okay,
hey dog,
we're 0-6. The world is laughing at us.
We just beat the shit out of them without OG Anunoby. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't worried about them. I ain't gonna lie to you. The problems that Ja would present if Ja was good, that's why I'm asking you. Is Ja still good?
True.
Because if he was good, when we played them last, dog, he looked terrible. And I'm not even talking about like hot and cold Tyrese Halliburton terrible. He looked like, yo, why he
looked like I would take Trae Young in New York over having Ja Morant in New York in a heartbeat. No, I understand what you mean. We talked about that.
Yeah,
we definitely
he looked bad. So I don't know if that's a fluke, but if you're telling me you missed 25 games in the season, you telling me that your team is still a 2 seed, and you telling me that Jaren Jackson Jr. is now the best player on the basketball court for your team, which
still got Desmond Bane,
which is good, by the way. Let's be clear. Like
Desmond Bane is a shooting guard.
Hey, you know that's my guy. You know, another man on the record. Y'all could go on the last part. I have advocated for both Des Bane and Jaren Jackson Jr. to be Knicks.
We've been here,
But yeah, so if you're telling me Ja Morant is the third option, or is he? You don't even got to. He could be the first option, right? If you're telling me Ja Morant is the third best player, and he wants to act like a first option, we're winning this game, and we're winning it comfortably,
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes, indeed.
That's fair, and that's the week.
Yes, indeed. All right, so y'all know what time it is. It's time for Knicks for Clicks. LOL Knicks.
The beloved Knicks for Clicks. Yes, when Knicks fans say the darndest things.
They just the darndest things. You know it. You know it. I know it.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yes.
All right. So let's start it off.
All right.
I'll
go first.
I'll go first. All right. I'll go first. All right. So my Knicks for Clicks, y'all, comes from your man Stephen A. Smith at First Take on Twitter. Stephen A.
God.
Who hasn't watched the Knicks, who I can guarantee you hasn't watched the Knicks game all year. I'm not gonna say he hasn't watched the Knicks game because I've actually seen him courtside, and I was this motherfucker's at the Knicks game.
Right.
But Stephen A. Smith is what I call where like the casual fan goes for their Knicks content.
Facts.
I don't find him to be particularly serious. He's a serious individual, and especially when he be saying stuff like Hartenstein needs to get boards, and Isaiah Hartenstein has not been on our team for 8 months. But anyway, so the New York Knicks, where's their identity? That's what he said on First Take. Stephen A. is disgusted and pissed off with the Knicks' recent play after their 149-148 OT win against the Hawks. So I chose this for multiple reasons. One, for context, mainly because he said this right as we went into the break. I thought that was strange. I thought that was a strange time to give us your Knicks opinion. Me personally,
to be disgusted and pissed off. Yeah.
And also with the fact that we
were warranted.
We were 36-18 at the time. 18 games over 500 is fucking crazy. Like, I don't think y'all really understand where we've come from. Like,
I remember when 36 wins was the season.
Yeah. So
we're up in a big way.
Fourth best record in basketball. I mean, I feel like we have an identity. I don't think that the identity is the problem. Like, and we said this. Like, I don't think we are offensive. We are a Tom Thibodeau's coach team that gives effort defensively, but it's not our strong suit due to our personnel, but has the potential to be generational offensively when we're playing basketball the right way. Like, that is our identity. We are an offensive first team. We do not have the personnel to be a defensive first team. That's what we were last year because we had the personnel.
But we're so close.
We're close though, right?
We're a Mitchell Robinson away from we are a Mitchell Robinson away from not relying on drop coverage.
And please. Like, literally.
We are at least not relying on it for half the game. Because he's only going to play half a game.
At least,
like, we are.
At least given the opportunity to to switch up the defensive scheme. That's the problem. That's the real problem with the drop coverage defense is that, hey, it's one thing if you are implementing drop coverage in different sets in defensive sets, but we are playing drop coverage for 48 minutes. Like, that's what we're doing. Yeah. We're playing drop coverage for 48 minutes.
Because we have 0 centers. Because we don't have Mitchell Robinson or Isaiah Hartenstein. It's so easy to gloss over that super obvious fact, that super crippling with the Tibbs who likes his centers big and aggressive and getting boards.
If Karl Anthony Towns is your only big, you have to play drop coverage because he has to guard the entire paint. This is what I've been trying to explain to people for the past 6 months. If he's your only big, it's not even the fact that he's not the best defender. It's the fact that he is your only big. So that means he is responsible for the entire paint. That means if he has to make a decision on, hey, man,
that
listen,
means even if he was good,
hedge.
It would be hard.
Yes, I can hedge. I can hedge the pick and roll. But guess what? The fucking point guard is just going to pass it to my man, and he's going to get a wide open dunk because no one else on the team can block a shot. Legitimately. That's what it is. It's not.
You can't have me in foul trouble. You need me too much.
Do you get what I'm saying? So now we have to make a decision to sacrifice the threes. That's what I'm saying. Knicks fans are not handling expectations well, nor are we providing nuance to these conversations. It can't just be, oh, Mikal Bridges doesn't play good defense or he's getting cooked. It can't just be Karl Anthony Towns is not playing good defense, so he's getting cooked. It has to have some nuance. Like, I said this last week, last episode, I said Jalen Brunson has been a plus defender this year, and everybody on the internet is constantly throwing content in my face. Yo, Jalen Brunson's not being a good defender. I said, you're wrong. I'm telling you you're wrong because I know what I'm seeing. I am seeing him absolutely take the effort it requires to lead the guard to the paint, but we are playing drop coverage because we don't have the requisite personnel. We just don't have it. We just don't have it right now.
Just don't have it.
So I need y'all to relax. Especially Stephen A. Especially Stephen A. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
Yo, Stephen A is getting old, man. Stephen A is thinking about
trying to run for president. He trying to run for president. I get it, bro. I get it. You want to be president? By all means, go do it. You be who you want to be. I know I can. Whatever Don said. Go do what you got to do, bro. But all I'm going to say is that, bro, we got to start providing some nuance to these things. Like,
I'm not sure if I will vote for Stephen A or not. I'm not necessarily saying no. That's interesting.
You're not saying no today.
I'm not. Hey, he got. I'm not saying he got a reason for me to say yes, but he ain't give me a reason to say no yet, right? Yeah.
I mean, the parameters have changed for sure. All right.
We traded Jericho Sims for nothing. All right. I kept Sims. All right.
All right.
No,
your turn.
We don't feel no way about that. All right. My Knicks for Clicks goes out to all you wonderful people out there. All you wonderful people out there, you get to sit back and enjoy as we talk about the ungracious people out there. All right. So boom, the word is pragmatic. You have heard this word used incorrectly for a while to justify bad decision making and bad plans and piss poor ideas. So I decided to pull this up so we could go through this together. Pragmatic, from the Oxford Languages Dictionary, is it's an adjective. Yes. It means dealing with things sensibly and realistically in a way that is based on practical rather than theoretical considerations.
Good definition. Right. Very good definition.
Yes. Key words in that to hold on to as we talk about this is sensibly, realistically, practical versus theoretical considerations. Okay, now let's go. We lightly mentioned the Luka trade, and I bring up the Luka trade because they were lacking a big man after the trade.
Yes,
they traded their big man away. But you watched the Hornets.
We did,
and they were getting a young, good center from that team.
They sure were.
Somebody Williams,
Mark Williams.
Yep. I listen. The NBA made me have to act like I know who Mark Williams was and what he was doing.
They sure
because
did.
he was going to the Lakers. Because he was going to be a Laker, they made it seem like Mark. Only reason I give it any credit is because that is your league pass team.
Sure is.
And you watched it, and you were like, all right, that's peace. But that trade fell through. And they're no longer looked at to be the dangerous team that they could have been if that trade went through. Mm-hmm. And poor Canucks sitting on the sideline looking just so dejected. Like, nobody loves me. Like,
angry even.
Like a single rain cloud just floating over his head inside the arena. It is a sight. And the trade was rescinded because Mark Williams was injured. I mean, or didn't pass protocol. It's like the Lakers got him, looked at him and said, no, not good enough. It makes me feel like if he was even remotely on level, they would have been like, okay, come, sit down. We'll wait for you. And they couldn't do that, which is very interesting to me. It was very, very interesting to me.
Feels nefarious.
It makes me want to watch them for the buyout market and whatever major. It does feel a little nefarious.
It feels very nefarious. I can't lie to you. It smells like team spirit.
It also feels like they stopped another team from possibly getting him by doing that move and taking him off.
Telling you, nefarious. I've been saying
there's something there.
I've been saying this since they rescinded it.
But right now, we're not being pragmatic. right now, we're talking about the theoretical.
We sure are.
Yeah. All right. What we do know is what we look like with our centers. Okay, we know what we look like with the Mitchell Robinson.
We do. We've seen it.
And to act like missing a Mitchell Robinson or missing an OG Anunoby or missing a Josh Hart should mean nothing to how this team will perform on a given night is not realistic. And therefore, it's not pragmatic. So when you lose against a team like the Boston Celtics, and the only player you have in your team capable of guarding their best player is out injured, then what do you think should happen?
This is real.
That man should get 40.
And he absolutely did. As I said, promptly.
It was couldn't hate on none of it. It just looked like it looked like exactly what it was. It was reality. It was the reality of the situation.
It was data that you saw. It was you got the data. No, I'm here with you on this. I'm so here with you.
So let's talk about the data that we saw.
Yes.
Last time, not last time. Okay, last time Mikal Bridges guarded Tatum, it didn't work. The time before that, OG was out there and we didn't have no Bridges yet, and we smoked their boots.
By 40, by the way.
We tried something new. It didn't work. We are both very curious about what it will look like tomorrow. But don't get it twisted. Not having an OG Anunoby on the court while not having a Mitchell Robinson on the court is not and saying, oh, you should win anyway is not being pragmatic.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
I'm the guy that as the season started, I was picking straight win weeks.
Yes.
We're winning every game this week.
Yes.
We're winning every game this week. For me to come in and say, we are losing this game. No, OG, we are losing this game. That's because of pragmatism. That's because in reality, the one guy who can guard their best guy won't be there matters. If you told me that Porzingis was not playing tomorrow, I would say we're winning this game tomorrow. Mm-hmm. The fact that he's playing tomorrow, I'm saying we're winning this game tomorrow if OG is guarding Tatum.
Yes.
You feel me?
1,000,000%. You could
pragmatism. That's how this works. So all of you people losing your mind, bad-mouthing the team, who, by the way, while being short-sighted, while not playing with a lick of center anywhere, I still hold the fact that Karl Anthony Towns is the best center in the East because the East is just lack thereof. He's just smoking their boots. He's just smoking all of them right now. Either they suck or he's great, whatever the case. He's still not a center. I still see him as a power forward. We need Mitch for all the sensory things we want our centers to do. And he is now coming back. In the meantime, without him, we're a third team in the East. Even without having a center.
You cooked.
Without having a center. We are third in the East. Now we are getting a center the way the Lakers wish they had a center. The way ESPN wishes the Lakers had a center. We are now getting that. And in a way that looks like will be able to help us for the future to come, because why wouldn't he be a future cheap signing for us to have for years? We know what we get out of Mitchell Robinson. Dog, pragmatism will be able to tell you that even if he lost his game tomorrow, without Mitch, we don't know what we got. And you shouldn't be walking into facing Boston so dejected. But we beat them last year with just OGs. There was no Mitch either. We can do this shit.
We beat them short-sighted too. Short-sighted. We beat them short-staffed too. That's what I'm saying. I'm not really. It's like that's what I'm saying. The important 4 wins we need are in April, May. I just want to see some competitiveness, and I think that is also pragmatic, because I also think that we are more than capable of putting together a competitive effort.
Close is good enough for us right now. Close is good enough for us right now. Close is what we need to see. We don't even necessarily need to see the win, but we need to see the win.
It just needs to see.
We need everybody else to have to say that we won. But if we lost by 1 point in an overtime game, they're going to act like we can't do nothing against them. And we're like, we just took them to overtime. We lost by, we're like, no, we're fine. Let us keep gelling.
Nah, you just need some tape. We need good tape. That I think the core of that conversation of being pragmatic, yes, that is 100%. I think what we need is good tape. We need good tape so that we can go. Like, can you honestly say, right? I would say maybe the first Cleveland game we could have got good tape from that, because we actually sold in the second half of that game. But you can say, like, so that's what 14.
And I will argue against that for the safety of the fact that Jarrett Allen is Mitchell Robinson's son, and he wasn't out there to do his thing. In that Cleveland series, Mitchell Robinson was the hero of that series. It don't matter what everybody else did. Mitchell Robinson was the
second best player in the series. Second best player in the series. It sure was.
And while being the second best player of the series, best player in the series.
Sure was.
Because of the leap from where he is to our importance to being the second best player in that series. He had no business being the second best player in that series. Yeah. That guy was missing.
I'll say this.
Pissing me off all week.
Nah, you're right. I'll say this.
Steven ain't mad because we beat the Hawks?
Dog.
Because we won?
Dog, first of all, we know there's no satisfying Knicks fans. We'll find a problem in anything. We'll find a problem in the blowout. We'll find a problem in a close game.
Yes.
I'll take wins. Wins are wins right now, and I need data. I need things that make me feel comfortable with what I'm seeing in the playoffs, legitimately.
Right.
And that's just all I'm looking for. That's all I'm looking for moving forward, honestly. Like, what can I feel comfortable taking to the playoffs? Because there's so many things. Like, the regular season is a regular season, bro. We swept the Hawks 4 years ago, and they beat us in 5 in the playoffs. Like, that's not necessarily, but they got information, right? They got information. They was like, okay, cool. Julius Randle, the only motherfucker that can score on us. Hey, how about we just double him every time? Emmanuel quickly not gonna show up.
If we lose against Celtics because of the non-cat minutes, it's only going to make me feel stronger in the fact that we need Mitchell Robinson. It's only that's all that's going to, like, you have to watch the game pragmatically if you're going to use that word. Like, you're going to have to take account for when Brunson wasn't on the court yesterday, Donovan Mitchell, super cooked up.
Yep.
Darius Garland, super cooked up. They knew it was their time to put the pedal to the metal. Yo, when he got the foul trouble with like 5-6 minutes left in the second quarter, they took full advantage of that. and there was no more him off because there's only one him on the court.
Yeah.
Actually, there's two, and they're all on the other team right now.
Yep. They was like, "Oh, him off done? Cool.
Yeah,
let's finish this. Let's finish this early then." No, and that's real. Because to be clear, Jalen Brunson was absolutely a willing participant in the hip hop. It always
he
is.
He
truly.
had 16 in the first quarter, and it looked like he wanted it all.
Like I said,
he was going for 50.
I called the 50 burger early. I said I saw Donovan Mitchell guard him out the gate, and I said, "Oh, this is 50.
Yes,
this is 50 easily. Not the website, not the website, but this is 50 points.
Yeah,
this is 50 points.
Yes. I put a 45. I put a 45-point ticket. I put a 50-point ticket because Brunson is the king of getting 49 points. So,
no, that's real. No, 48.
So just cause, 47, 48, 49, right? Yeah. So I put a 45 and I put a 50. I'm like, I see what you and we abandoned that way to her, but the foul trouble took it. Yo, recognize what's happening when it's happening. Don't treat all things the same, though. All right.
Indeed.
And that's my closing. Be pragmatic. Read the definition before you actually go out there and start with your bad takes.
All right, let's wrap it up. Thank you guys for tuning in.
I'm good with that.
For a nice little 2.5 hour episode.
I feel good with that. I feel that's because it's 2 shows packed into one because we left y'all with nothing for All-Star break, and
that is our apologies for
next time we'll be here. Maybe we'll do a town hall and just set it up so we just sit here and just talk with people and blah blah blah. We gather y'all questions throughout the week and we'll set something for y'all because we can't leave y'all like that.
We definitely apologize for thinking that the NBA would provide some entertainment for you guys for the week off for the Stars. But
being pragmatism would have told us better.
Yeah, it would have. It would have told us that they haven't done this for us in a while and we should just go ahead and do it. But we have faith, and that was bad. That was bad on our part, and I apologize for that. Like I said, thank you guys, per usual, for tuning in every week at the Knicks in 6 Pod. Make sure you follow us everywhere at Knicks in 6. That's number 6 IXPOD. Make sure you follow the network everywhere at Smooth Family ENT.
Yeah.
And make sure you follow me everywhere at Frostmon Guru. And Sean will find you eventually.
Word. Don't worry, my management's gonna talk to your management, and then we're gonna have y'all set it up under the right guys. It's all right.
Yes, indeed. All right, we will see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.